Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Backward Noise episode 345. It's a set of numbers I like because it goes up by one every number. Yeah, that's really all I had for the intro. We're ranking Gen 7 Pokemon tonight. We have the glorious guests of Steve and Colin here.
Hello.
Hello.
Some would refer to us as Pokemon experts, and some would call them liars. So,
I think veterans is a fair word.
yeah, we've all played a lot of Pokemon. So, I might get outvoted here, because Colin, I don't remember if it was you, but I know you weren't, maybe were you not a fan of the Gen 7 starters?
Don't get me wrong, I think Rowlet is god tier Pokemon design. I think the other two are probably the laziest starters.
I think Rowlet and Litten are okay, but the
I
water
love Poplio,
thing,
actually.
Eh.
I am a huge fan of Poplio.
If I could have like a Pokemon in real life and it couldn't be one of the ones that could just blow up the planet, it would definitely be a Rowlet.
Rowlet's good. So, okay, Rowlet, easy S tier. I think we can all
Okay.
agree on Rowlet and
Oh,
S
yeah.
tier.
Yeah.
I generally think that, yet again, I don't think this is the jet. To me, I would put all three of the baby starters, keywords baby starters, in S tier.
I'll be perfectly honest, I think it should go S Rowlet, A Litten, B Poplio.
I think you guys are sleeping on Populo a lot, to be honest.
I mean, we could put both Poplio and Litten in A.
I could live with that. I don't like. They just don't have much going for them. They're not.
So my issue is that I think Litten and Populo are better than some of the starters we have put in S previously. Like, I prefer both of them to all of Gen 5 starters, most of Gen 6 starters.
I'll be honest. I kind of like Tepig just 1% more than I like Litten. I'll say it. And I think the Oshawott line is leagues better than the Poplio line.
I friendly disagree with you.
And that's fine. We're friends.
The one thing that I give a lot of props to the Litten line, which I want to put Litten in S tier, is because it broke that godforsaken streak of firefighting starters. Oh, well, no, it didn't. Actually, it's 2 away, but it looked like it was going to be firefighting and then up being fire dark, and everyone breathed a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
I also will admit I bear a grudge against the Litten line because Incineroar was OP for 5 minutes in Smash.
It's a cat, and therefore it should be destroyed.
I generally think
Also, hear me
that-
out. Incineroar makes me uncomfortable.
So,
Yeah.
when we get to Incineroar, we'll talk, but I generally still think that all 3 babies should be S tier.
I mean, I'd go for it.
Fine, I can live with it.
I generally don't think this is the tier. The middle evils, go do your worst with. I don't
I
have
think-
a strong
okay.
attachment to them.
I'll be honest. I think the middle Evos all belong in C. They really
They-
dropped the ball
yeah.
this gen with the middle.
Middle and late.
So-
belong in C.
Okay, it's the only one that I kind of would give a little bit of bonus points to is actually Ferrocat, just because it actually is kind of usable, like in like a 1v1 battle scenarios. If you slap Eviolite on it and it's still an Intimidate user, that's more actually for like say like a draft league scenario. It
Yeah.
would be for like OU ladder or anything.
Yeah.
So it's a little usable. The other two, okay. So, what tier did you say for them?
C.
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 Okay. I think they did Populo a disservice by turning it into this thing.
Yes.
I loved Populo, and I was so upset when it turned into this. Darn me, I actually might fight you guys for middle bird in B tier, because I kind of like him.
I mean, he's better than
He's
whatever
better.
that Poplio
That's what
thing
that's
is.
sort of like my thing, is that I actually think that Darmatrix, I think its name is, and Ferrocat are better than Brion. So
Yeah.
I almost want to put them in B tier, but if you guys want all 3 in C tier, I'm not gonna. This isn't gonna be a fight that I fight very long for.
No, that's fair.
Colin, do you have a disagreement one way or the other?
For which one?
I was thinking that Brion, C tier, and then Darmatrix and Ferrocat in B.
I honestly don't like Artrix.
Really?
I think it fails. Here's my problem with the Fire in the Grass mid. I don't hate Brion, but the biggest failure in my eyes is the fact that neither of the middle ones look anything like their final stages. They fail the test of halfway between boy and man.
You know, under that, Brion succeeds the most.
Yeah, Brion succeeds is good in that regard. The other two, I would like if you had to tell me what their final stages would be.
You would never get anywhere close to that.
No, I would not get prep douchebag Al into awesome Ghost Robin Hood, or weird Cat with Bell into Hulk Hogan. So.
Yeah,
yeah, it makes sense.
You know what? Maybe we'll leave all three of them in C for now, and if they really don't look like they fit, we'll talk about bringing them up, depending on like what else ends up in C tier. But for now, maybe we'll leave all three in C. But then,
I'm totally cool wherever you want to put the starters. I generally like the other two, and I love fucking its name just left my train of thought. Decidueye. Decidueye is freaking awesome.
So generally speaking, I think all three S. Because the middle Evos, I think, failed all three of them. Well, Ferrocat is sort of, but not. Ferrocat does it like 45%. You know what I mean? Maybe half passes on the middle Evo test. Darmatrix fails 100%. It fails. Brion actually does a pretty good job of preparing you for what Primarina was going to be.
Yeah.
I generally think all three... So, first of all, I think it's so easy. We put Owlboy in S tier. There's really no reason to, like, go into this. I love it.
I don't like it.
You don't?
I don't think it's, like...
I actually like it more because it's the most unique starter line, in my opinion, because it's the only starter line that changes its secondary typing at any point. It goes from... Grass Flying to Grass Ghost in its final Evo.
See, now that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I actually think the design of it's pretty cool, too, because it's legitimately... It actually uses, like, a bow and arrow.
I will give you S on that.
Okay.
I'll give you S on that, because I can see that. But Incineroar needs to be in D tier because he's a waste of a Smash slot.
Okay, so in the world of Smash Brothers, I would rank him in D tier. In the world of Pokemon, he was so good and competitive.
I mean, but we can rank him on whatever we want, right?
Yeah. I disagree.
But also, I would actually disagree. All right, if what they do is they take the current gen Pokemon and put it in, and looking at Gen 7 as a whole, not only do I think he's the most appropriate, I honestly think he might be the only one other than maybe Beware that could even fit.
Yeah, I think they probably shouldn't have picked a Pokemon from Gen 7, to be fair, but actually, now that you said it, I don't know who else, even just, like, pulling all these up.
Like, I'm looking at, it's either Beware, maybe Golisopod, and honestly, it should have been Decidueye. If I'm being honest, it should have been Decidueye.
But I am a fan of an idea for a character that I don't know, I think, like, it's sort of on the lines of, like, when Pokemon Trainer was a thing, is that, like, it's just, you just pair the three of them up. Like, you have Decidueye, Incineroar, and Primarina. You figure out a way to make all three of them work as one character.
Actually, you know what? I'm pissed now because it should have been Mimikyu, who could have used a cool bunch of ghost type moves and been adorable.
Yeah.
You're right.
So, like, can we agree that he doesn't...
Mimikyu I'm now upset. Mimikyu would have worked so much better.
When we get to Mimikyu is the easiest S tier of our lives.
Oh, God.
I must say. But I think Incineroar very much deserves S tiering. So, in a Pokemon metagame that allowed Pokemon like Rayquaza, like a Mega Rayquaza, Primal Kyogre, Primal Groudon. Do you know the Pokemon, and with the Tapus floating around? It had Xerneas floating around. Yveltal was there sometimes. All of the most legendary Pokemon you could think. Do you know which Pokemon had the highest percentage to be brought to every match? At like 70%.
Yeah.
It was Incineroar. Incineroar was the most used VGC Pokemon in that generation. Meaning, it was viewed as the most important Pokemon to bring in that entire metagame. over Primal Kyogre, Primal Groudon, Mega Rayquaza. Anyone who can redirect, like even Amoonguss. So for me, it's really hard not to put it in S tier. Like, I understand, like, being angry at the Smash stuff, but we're not ranking it on a Smash character. At least, I'm not.
I mean, I'm ranking it on design and Smash, and I think it has one of the worst designs of any Pokemon in the series.
I like it because it's a wrestler. And, like, it's a cool wrestler. It's a heel. It's a bad guy wrestler.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, that's pretty rad. I like what you did there. I immediately saw him, and I'm like, oh, you made this for me. Thank you.
Okay, see, so that's where we're going with this. It's not made for me, you know?
I guess, Colin, you're our deciding factor in this. Whether
Yeah.
All right, where are you two ranking him?
I would like him in S tier. I think he was just so dominating in competitive Pokemon that, like, it'd be absurd not to put him in S tier. But
Steve, you want
I would like him in D tier.
D tier's so not.
I vote A.
I'll put him in A. And if anyone asks, it's for people not liking the way he looks. Has nothing to do with competitive, because like he's so good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We also did talk about my main problem with him, which is A tier creepy furry bait.
That too, yeah.
That's fair.
Like that's the other issue.
I've seen one picture of him that I wish I could bleach out of my memory.
I'm so sorry.
The internet is a cruel mistress.
We'll leave him in A tier and we'll move on to Primarina.
So
How about
that's
that?
another problem with Smash. It's the other, because anything that's in Smash gets
Rule 34.
Yeah.
Okay, Rule 34 out the ass.
Yeah.
Not just regular. It's bad. But anyway.
Yeah. All right, so we have Primarina. So when I first saw Primarina, it took me a second, but then I'm like, I actually really like this Pokemon. I think that the typing, like Water Fairy, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. What a unique. What do you mean Tapu Fini is also Water Fairy?
What is a Tapu Fini?
This one that I'm moving around on the screen. It's one of the legendary Pokemon of the region.
Oh, it's pretty sick.
Yeah,
I like that.
but they made this. I feel like Water Fairy could have been such a cool thing, but you also dulled down the typing a little bit by completely adding Tapu Fini and Primarina at the same time. So I very much enjoy Primarina's design, but in a generation where it shares typing with something else, I kind of think it's A tier.
Yeah.
If someone fought for S, I would let it happen. But I don't think I would fight for it. I would prefer it in A tier. I don't think I prefer it lower.
It's not as good as Decidueye.
No, I think Decidueye is the best of the starters. Like, design-wise and just generally, pretty much everything else, yeah. Colin, do you have any disagreements with Primarina going A tier?
I have no feelings about Primarina one way or the other.
Okay, we're going to put in A tier then. So, the tier list originally had all the Alolan variants at the back. So, we usually finish with legendaries, megas, whatever's there. So, I decided to move all of the Alolan forms after the starters because it felt like a better spot.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, we're on Alolan forms. So, Alolan Marowak. Steve, I know you didn't play. It gets the Ghost Fire typing, and it's really good. It also looks so cool too.
It's okay. I think one of the better Alolan forms.
Okay,
definitely.
It's not bad. Okay, it's good right now. By right now, I mean in Generation 8, where now it's allowed in Generation 8, in like that meta game, and also in Draft League, it's hard to prep against. Because it gets the move Poltergeist now. Or Poltergeist, sorry. Poltergeist is a Pokemon.
Yeah. My big problem with it, honestly, is that I love Marowak, but I always hate Pokemon that have to use one specific item, specifically the Rare Bone, or whatever his specific is.
Yeah, I feel you.
I really dislike that, because of all the Pokemon that can use an air balloon, he's one of them.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's fair. So, competitive-wise, I'm not, like... I don't think he belongs in S tier. Design-wise, though, if you just take him from pure design-wise, I think he's S tier.
I think he's A above Incineroar.
I think I think A would be fair for him.
Yeah. Probably reasonable.
And I'll put him above Incineroar. I think he's really rad.
Yeah.
So, I have a tendency to like the goofy things. So,
Okay.
I actually love this Executor. I understand completely if you guys feel different on him. When I first saw him, I thought he was so stupid, but then I grew to love him.
How many Pokemon have their own subreddit?
Does he have his own subreddit?
Yes, he does.
Oh, he deserves it. In Dorsey, we are on a 8-week journey on Pokemon. We've started with Generation 1 and we're entering Generation 8. So that is why we are on Pokemon. But we are on Alolan Executor. Is this a subreddit?
Please take a look at that, and then we're going to put him in S tier. That's how it works.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, he's S tier. Okay.
Yeah. Like...
Obviously, Colin is like, no, I won't.
Oh, well, my argument is you have to put him in D tier so his head is in S tier. That's just a fact.
I wish that, like, the tier list had, like, different portions of his neck and we could just put his little head in S tier.
Yeah.
And he could just, like, be at the front or something and he'd go all the way up.
Endersty, it's been the theme for the last few weeks. Eventually it'll be done, but in fact, I think we only have Gen 8 after this.
Correct. Yep, we have just Gen 8, and then we're gonna go more towards, back to the normal formula. But we started this journey, and I'm going to see this journey out all the way through.
Yeah.
But at the very least, I think Alolan Executor is pretty cool. Grass Dragon, it was the first Grass Dragon. It wouldn't be to Generation 8 where we'd see more Grass Dragons.
Yeah.
It's really tall. I saw... I don't watch, like, the Pokemon anime or anything, but someone showed me a scene where Alolan Executor was brought out of a Pokeball next to a normal Executor.
Yeah.
And the normal Executor kept kind of, like, kept, like, trying to jump, so it'd be, like, as tall, but it wasn't even close. It's adorable, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. It works.
If we're not putting it in S tier for reasons, I would like it in A tier at the very least.
We put it in S tier. We're in agreement. It needs to go there.
Right.
It has a fucking subreddit.
I'm gonna put it in S tier.
Yeah.
Now I'll talk about something that I don't think belongs in S tier. So, Alolan Rattata. It's a Rattata with a mustache.
It's garbage.
It's...
Okay,
if they had dropped the normal typing and just made it pure dark, I think at least it could have been cool that way wise, but now they share I believe it's a 4-type. Dark is weak to fighting, right? Am I crazy? I might be crazy. Is Dark not weak to fighting? I think I'm crazy. Why? Dark is... Yeah, weak to fighting. Okay, I was right.
Yeah.
So, it carries a 4 times fighting weakness. So it's like... So what did it gain? I think it lost more than it gained by getting the dark typing with normal. I don't know if it, like, gave it any... And, like, design-wise, they're not anything super cool. You guys have any feelings towards Eradicate one? I almost think that he might be D.
So, I guess I'll tell you the way I'm rating these. I'm rating these by looking at them and saying, are they better or are they worse than...
Oh, okay.
Than the base form. Like, did we need this? You know what I mean? And for him, he kind of sucks.
Yeah, we don't really
Not gonna lie.
him.
Yeah.
So, I'll slot him in D tier. I'm actually gonna slot the evolved version above the baby. So Alolan Raichu. I love this little guy. I love the way he
love
looks.
him so much because he finally got a little respect.
He deserved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we send this boy all the way up to S tier.
I mean, he finally made Surfing Pikachu like actually mean something. So yeah, why
Sending
not?
him all
I
the
like
way
it.
up to S tier. So, out of all the Pokemon so far, he's actually my favorite.
Yeah, he's pretty sick.
He's
So-
a good boy.
I'm gonna put him, and actually I'm gonna put the evolved form of or Decidueye above the babies.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be interesting to hear like your perspective on these next two lines, Steve, because the Alolan Sandslash and Alolan Ninetales very much were introduced together and need each other, and
Yeah.
when paired together, actually both become really good. Because so Alolan Sandslash gets Ice Steel,
Yeah.
Alolan Ninetales gets Ice Fairy.
Yeah.
And Alolan Ninetales can set up Hail with Snow Warning upon switching in, and Alolan Sandslash takes advantage of it with, I know they get Slush Rush, and I think they get, is it Snow Cloak or Snow Veil, whatever it is that gives it evasiveness.
Oh no.
So they very much like exist off of each other, and I would argue are probably more competitively viable than normal Sandslash and normal Ninetales. It's close on the Ninetales. But Alolan Ninetales does get the opportunity to set up something called Aurora Veil.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard, but okay. So I like the baby two of these, and I kind of want to rank them together because I like Alolan Sandshrew. I think it's cute.
I think Alolan Ninetales is really cool. I don't really like Alolan Sandshrew. Because, like, it feels like it just a palette swap, honestly. Like, they didn't do much to the design. Like,
Yeah, it just got icy.
Yeah, like, you know how, like, you see Vulpix got a little fluffy?
Yeah.
Like they changed up the way, they made it like a snow fox. Kind of. And I like the parallel there, but there's no snow armadillo.
No, as far as I know,
Like-
I'm not a expert on snow armadillos, but they probably don't exist.
I'm gonna look it up. If it exists, we
They
can
go
put them in
straight
S
into
tier.
S
but-
tier. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
be honest. I think that Ninetales gets the win above Sandslash just because Ninetales is usable without Sandslash,
Yeah,
but Sandslash
not the other
really-
way around.
Yeah.
So I generally would, when it comes to the final Evos, I think Alolan Ninetales I like an S tier, and I like Alolan Sandslash probably an A tier.
Yeah, I agree with both of
I don't
those.
think it's an S tier, but what about Babby forms? The babies.
Yeah.
Cute.
Are they
Definitely
cute? Cute for A tier?
I like the Vulpix just because
It's
one of my
really cute.
little cousins she got into the Pokemon anime with Sun and Moon, so she really likes that one.
Now we're putting Baby Vulpix top of A tier.
So
Ninetales in S tier. I'm putting it with the top crew.
yeah.
Sandslash, I want top of B because I like the Igloo. I like the Igloo. I really do.
I like Sandslash in A tier. I kind of like it more than. I'm gonna put it bottom A tier. What about Sandshrew though? Did you say top of B for Sandshrew?
Yeah. He's about middle road. Like he's not necessary. You know what I mean?
I think it's cute though.
I mean he is, but also like
That saves him from going any lower.
yeah.
So speaking of non-creative
Can
design
we put that in
changes,
C? Both of those in C.
that's very kind of you.
Like
They'll take C. If you had said D, I probably wouldn't have fought you very much.
yeah, that's
I
reasonable.
might have fought you on, because ground steel is kind of a cool typing. I think the Aggron line might have been the only ground steels before this. No, ground steel also Excadrill. Sorry.
Yeah.
So it's a good typing. They just put hair on Diglett and Dugtrio though.
Yeah, I don't know why they had
just
to
put
do
hair.
that.
I kind of want to put Diglett in D tier. I think I'm gonna put Diglett in D tier.
That I have no arguments.
I'm gonna put it. I'll put it above the Raticate line, but
Speaking of another trash Alolan form,
it's like
I hate Alolan version with a passion.
it's
There are
so
many
not good.
cool, there are so many cool big cats they could have done, and they didn't.
Yeah.
If you had told me there would be a dark Meowth, before this generation, before seeing them, I'd be like, that's actually, you know what? That's actually a really cool concept. I think like a dark Meowth could have been really cool. What do you mean the first one's just sassy looking and the other one has a head the size of a watermelon?
If you played the trading card game, you actually had dark Persian. They
didn't look
messed
like
up the
that,
typing
though.
on one of the cards.
Well, that's funny.
So, are these... Do any of them get saved to C tier, or do we just put them straight down the toilet into D tier? Does anyone
I
have a
condemn
preference?
thee to the hole.
Alright, go into the hole. I'm gonna put them above Diglett, because Diglett... So, like...
Diglett upsets me.
Diglett, like, they just put hair on. Like, these, I guess they did some work to change the way they looked. They didn't do a good job, but, like, they did change some things.
Now onto a C tier gang, in my opinion.
I can't really fight that. Yeah, I think the typing's cool, but I don't...
The typing's cool, and I feel like they tried a little bit harder.
I think they tried, like, a decent amount on these, actually.
Yeah.
Like, I think that I might fight for Golem in B,
I can live with Golem, and
but the other two in C, I'm
you
fine
do
with.
see Golem on occasion,
Yeah.
which makes him at least better than nothing.
I think that brings him to average, but I think I'm gonna put these guys above Alone Dugtrio though, because it's just hair, man.
Yeah.
So this one, I think I'm gonna have a vastly different opinion than you guys, but I actually really like Alolan Muck. Mostly just because like I found it to be like actually really fun to use during like a playthrough of Ultra Sun and Moon, because Poison Dark's actually a cool typing. There are a few Pokemon that do carry that's. I think Drapion already had Poison Dark. But I don't know. I just like it. I don't really have like a strong argument for it, but I just kind of enjoy it.
It may be kinda cool, I guess, but the coloring on it is just absolutely awful.
I thought someone said the coloring was supposed to be like oil slicks or something. Like the way like if an oil spill happens, like that's like the color of like the watering and stuff. I don't know if that's accurate because obviously I'm not an expert at colors here.
If that's what they were going for, they should have tried harder.
Okay, but Alolan Muck is god tier.
I think it's
Is
really
it?
good. I like it a lot.
Have you ever faced one? He is a
No, again, this is we've reached the point where we are after when I stopped playing.
but you never saw one in Showdown?
No.
Okay. Alolan Muck is what Drapion aspires to be.
He is a better Drapion for sure.
I mean, the fact that he can tank super effective moves, like they don't even phase him.
I honestly really like him.
I'm actually really pissed. I had a good one on a copy of my copy of Ultramoon that I have lost and have not been able to find.
Oh. So could I fancy an A tier for Alolan Muck?
I think he's S. He is good, and honestly,
you're not going to hear me complain about S
I don't
tier
hate
for
the
him.
design.
I think he's like C.
No, I don't hate the design. I like the idea that of different trash, and I like that he's more of an oil runoff thing because he's more rainbowish.
I'm gonna put him towards top of A tier.
I guess he is S tier strong.
I generally think he's S tier as well, but Steve is saying C tier. I think.
Yeah.
So I guess top of
He's
A. And Grimer, I think B. I'm gonna put him B.
yeah,
I think he's kind of right.
he's better than Muck. So
Really?
that would be about B. Yeah,
Huh.
well, it's when they start adding in like there's some pink in there, and it just makes it look like a mess. And I get that it's supposed to look like a mess, but also like you can make a mess that looks good, like normal
I
Muck.
mean, it looks way better than Garbodor, at least.
Also, you guys remember my rating criteria? Is it better or worse than the original? Right?
I generally I like Muck a lot. I think it's way better than
Yeah.
normal Muck at the very least. Um, it's way more usable at the very least. I have a very soft spot in my heart for Muck actually because he just wants hugs. He just wanted to hug Ash. He might smell, but like he wants love, you know.
All right, time for the bird.
So
I don't like the bird.
The bird is meh.
It's a very meh bird.
it's one of the weaker birds.
It's a fucking
It's-
toucan. Let's be honest.
It's no Pidgey.
So, I think baby bird and middle bird are float around B and C tier.
Yeah. that's about right.
I like toucaning in like bottom A though.
Okay, here's my big problem though.
I like what is
How
the
does a
B
woodpecker
class?
become a toucan? That is
No, it
the
doesn't
first
really
thing
make
I thought.
much sense. Yeah.
How does a woodpecker become a toucan?
I don't have a good answer for you.
I want to go find one of the devs and just kind of shake them for a little bit.
It's like, what were you thinking?
I feel like that's what this gen is in a nutshell, though. Like, what were you thinking?
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna put Babby Bird in B tier, Middle Bird in C tier, and I'm put Toucaning at the bottom of A.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, now we're on another line that I think I'm just gonna flush.
We're not even gonna make reference to why we hate it. We're just gonna put it in D and move on.
Yeah. I'm
Why
gonna
do you
put
hate
this
it?
one at the bottom of D, and
Why
this
do you
one
hate it?
sends.
Steve, I think you know why I hate it.
Why do you hate it?
It looks white.
We're not going to make reference. We're just going to put it down, and that's the
But
end.
it's just a little weasel.
The evolved form is why we hate it.
Anyway, on to a disappointing one.
I
typically just-
love these guys.
I love them. I'm just disappointed in the stat distribution.
Did I get the little weasel into C?
The baby one, sure.
Yeah.
The evolved one is the lowest Pokemon we can put on the list.
Okay.
And if you actually don't know why, I will talk to you post-show if you'd like.
I mean, I can't see it very well, so I haven't seen it in use. So
All right, let me drag this over here for a second. I'm just gonna type it to you real fast. So,
oh,
there you go.
oh, I see.
So Grubbin, the Grubbin, I love these guys. So I generally, I guess, yet again, I'm usually like one of the only advocates for bugs. Colin sometimes joins me.
I like Charger Bug a lot. Let's get that out of the way. I think
It's
Charger
a car
Bug is
battery.
it's one of their
It's a-
best. Yeah,
It's
but
so
that's what's awesome
good.
about it.
I love it. It's so
I love
good.
it.
I think that
Steve,
I-
this is the Pokemon I thought you would own in real life.
I love him.
I generally, and I hope you don't shoot the messenger, but I generally think that Charjabug and Vikavolt are S tier Pokemon.
Yeah.
Grubbin, I would like to see at the very lowest. The lowest I want Grubbin, because I love him too, is B tier.
Although it could be, honestly, Joltik is kind of Charger Bug. Kind of same thing.
I mean,
You know Joltik?
I actually don't know a whole lot about Joltik, to be fair. I just know it's
Alright.
Electric Spider.
Yeah.
But this one's
It's
this one's a car battery though.
Yeah. I mean, I like the car batter. I'm just saying, like, he's been done. You know what I mean? Also, I hope Joltik made S tier, because he is.
I don't think he was in S tier, no.
That makes me very sad. He
Um,
is the smallest Pokemon, I believe.
is he the smallest?
What are? I think he is. Yeah. By like length or height. I'm sorry. He is 0.1 meter high. So he's 4 inches tall. He's the best Pokemon. Changed my mind.
I can't.
1 pound.
So,
So
this next line, I don't have a whole lot nice to say about it. To me, it's the worst take on any of the crustacean Pokemon.
what is even going on there?
This is another one I need to know. How does boxing crab become abomination?
Literally,
It's a boxing
it's an
crab?
abominable snowman crab.
Can we
It
throw that in
evolved-
D tier?
Like, it's supposed
Yeah.
to be a boxer, and they.
So
What?
the baby one, I like the idea of him.
Yeah, like he could have evolved into something really
I kind of
cool.
like baby in B tier because we shall not judge
I
the
think-
son upon the sins of the father.
Agreed. Like, I this is one of those ones I don't even have words for it because I don't know what happened. Look at this thing.
I don't think any of them are good.
Like,
I think
oh.
I think that like the baby one, like if you actually saw it bigger, I think doesn't actually have like an eye closed.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
a
because
boxer.
it's legitimately like a boxer.
It could have been a cool boxer.
I think it could have been cool. It's a
Okay.
cool take on.
It's a tragedy, all right. It
Yeah.
could have evolved into something cool, and instead it evolved into pile of dog shit.
Speaking of things that I view as a pile of dog shit, I don't like the Oricorios at all.
Is that the next one?
The next four are all Oricorios that are just different typings.
I'll be
Okay.
honest.
And they
I
get
like
one-
I like Oricorio for its ability more than I like it for itself.
Fair.
So-
They get one stab move for electric, I believe, was it psychic, ghost, and fire?
Yep.
And they get
So-
one stab move for each of those typings when they have it.
The psychic one. Can we at least keep the psychic one? Because they were gonna do a hula dancer Pokemon, right? With the Hawaiian region. They had
User
to.
joined your channel.
Okay.
That's fair. Is that Kyle?
And,
Hi,
like,
Kyle.
That's
That's toxic.
what I would picture as a hula dancer Pokemon if they didn't royally fuck up this generation.
All right. So,
I'll be honest. I like Oricorio in all its forms because it does several things, including give you
Oh,
an
no.
answer to anybody that spams any of the dances. I enjoy that. I enjoy that in doubles. And honestly, I don't hate the look. I don't hate any of the looks except maybe the red one.
Oh, we got double bottom. How did Zelrin type bottom Kyle before you? Kyle?
Kyle? Kyle, your mic's off. I'm gonna go get some coffee real quick, guys. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
Coil. I assume your mic's doing the thing. Oh no, you probably would have got the new headset. Yeah, Zelrin, you got the first coil. So, where do you want these, Colin?
Oh, it was off. Sorry, it was literally off, like physically.
Oh,
I would be sad to see them lower than B tier.
I'll put him at the bottom of B tier because you like him so much. I generally, to be fair, I got one as got one in a Nuzlocke compared to I think there were Pokemon like Comfey around, and I would have preferred Comfey.
And that's totally fair. I also think the Hula Dancer should have been Fairy Flying. Would have helped it a bit.
Would have been better. And
I don't know.
I wish they could have done more for the Pokemon when it came to move distribution.
Yeah.
Why can't the electric one learn Thunderbolt? I mean, it has pom poms. Give it Thunder Punch or something.
I get that, but at the end of the day, I understand why the Revelation Dance is the only version of its type effective
Yeah.
move.
It makes sense for Pokemon, but it's just also unfortunate to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I enjoyed using this thing in doubles because the dancer ability is just really.
It's
damn
kind of
good.
cool.
Yeah,
It's really
I'll
kind of
give
cool.
you that. So I love these next few Pokemon. I
God, yes.
love Cutie-Fly and Rabombe. They're adorable. I want Rabombe in S tier. And it's majestic. Good Pokemon.
Which one is which?
Cutie-Fly is the first one, the baby. Rabombe is the evolved form. Rabombe, Totem Rabombe in Ultra Sun is a killer. Murderer. Takes
You
no
talk about how
prisoners.
toxic this fucking is, by the way? That,
What?
you lied to me about the time, Tony.
No, I messaged you, like, as soon as I knew that I had to change it.
That fucking like 6 o'clock.
Kyle, do you want to know when I knew about that? I messaged
Probably
you
6
immediately
o'clock.
after.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I'm just saying toxic.
It's toxic on my draft league opponent.
Correct.
It's
I
not
didn't mean
toxic.
on you. I mean
Yeah,
you did good,
you don't
Tony.
know how
I'm just
upset I
saying.
am, Kyle, because literally, so I'm sorry to take this quick aside to complain about someone, but my draft league opponent for tonight originally said, earlier this week, like, we had a whole week to plan the time, and they were like, Saturday night at 7 Eastern, that's all I can do. And I'm like, that's the shittiest time you could have ever picked. Alright, fuck it. I'll move the podcast back an hour. Okay. And then 6:15-ish, get a message. Hey man, sorry, I can't do 7 tonight. How about 10? And then I'm like, that's okay. Alright, let me fix everything. Push it back up to 7 because I have to battle at 10. I really think just in case this goes long, I have to start at 7 now. And then after I moved everything up to 7, message everyone. I actually can't do 10 either. And then
So he forfeits.
no, and then he's like, I can do tomorrow, and I'm like, fine.
Tell him that he forfeits.
Tomorrow, I actually messaged the admins and everything now. And I said, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern is the absolute latest I am willing to start. Because at 7 p.m. Eastern, I have the Getting Over It stream. That, you know, it's a community thing that we've worked hard to get to, and I'm not moving that for the world. So, if they don't show up at 6, I messaged the admins and asked, look, this person has moved it back twice, and I absolutely cannot move it back again.
3 times, right?
3 times, technically, yeah. And I asked if there's any type of, like, no-show thing, and they're talking about it with the other admins. So, I do apologize for ranting again, but it's been so annoying, and then...
So I literally, like, my alarm went off.
I'm so sorry, Kyle. I message you, and I'm like, I can't do anything to wake him up, because this is his sleep, and I'm like... I was like, I could message the Canadian group chat and be like, can someone go slip a note under his door, but he'd still see it probably later.
Yeah, no, like, literally that was the first thing I saw.
And again, Kyle, I am very sorry about that. I wish I could have somehow known about that more than an hour beforehand. Anyways, so let me soak back into these nice Pokemon. I love Cutiefly and Rabombe. They're good friends. I very much would like if Rabombe could go in S tier. It would make me happy.
I think Rabombe is S tier. Are you kidding me?
Thank you.
Have you used that thing in Showdown?
It's
Quiver
amazing.
Dance?
It gets Quiver Dance and it gets Sticky Web.
I mean, what else do you need?
Nothing.
Well, so I hate to be tonight's
Why
devil
do you hate
here,
Don't you do it?
but it's like the baby form is objectively better. First of all,
Well, yes, because it's smaller and cuter, but...
I'm okay with putting baby in S tier too. Don't think I'm not. If it makes you happy, I'll even slot it above Rabombe in S tier.
Kyle, what do you think?
It's a bug. He's not going to think very
You
positive
don't want
things.
me to comment on this generation because, in my opinion, everything belongs in D tier except for Raichu, Ninetales, Sandslash.
Well, I tend to agree with you.
There's one you did
There
not
are-
mention, and I'm very pissed.
There
you
are
did
a
not mention
few
it.
that I think are actually really cool, and that I think if like you took a little bit more time to like look up, Kyle, I think you would like. Not many, only a few.
I judge books by their covers, Tony.
Okay, fair. Some of them are dogs, though. The next line is dogs, and I'd be
Yeah,
shocked
but
if
I
you
like
didn't like
cats,
them.
and I still fucking hate what they did to Meowth.
The meow.
Oh,
Oh,
the
no, no,
Marowak, sorry,
those
the
are in
Marowak
D tier.
died.
We hate those too. No, you're right. Yeah.
Marowak's
All right. So no one's telling me where to put Cutie Fly. We're gonna pretend Kyle's not here for this one because it's a bug.
I'm not here for most of these. Don't worry about it.
Where
Okay, let's move on to the most boring.
do I
dog
put
line
Cutie
I've
Fly
ever
though? Are we
made.
putting it S tier? A tier? B tier?
Okay.
S tier. S tier.
Yeah.
All the way in D. Yeah, okay.
S tier. S tier.
All right, we're gonna put it with Charger Bug.
You ever see the thing it's based on? It's so cute. Like
So.
there's an
Colin,
actual
I
bug.
think
that
we're gonna
looks like that.
disagree on this next line from what you said.
I don't hate them. I just find them boring as all hell.
I love them.
See, if Dusk had gotten its dark typing and Sunset had got, or I'm sorry, if Midnight has gotten
So,
its dark typing
fair.
and
My
Dusk had gotten Dragon, which it should have gotten.
Dusk is my favorite. That's the third one. It's the best one. And Rockruff as a puppy is so cute. He's so cute. Rockruff is an adorable baby dog. It might be my favorite of any baby dog in the entire Pokemon series. Because it's the most, like... It's a dog. It's like, it's a rock dog and it's rock rough. I mean, you hit it. Nail in the head. S tier. Easy baby. It's bow wow. Woof.
The dog is good.
Rough, rough.
I agree. But only that dog. Only he may pass.
So, okay. I'm gonna put him... He's a dog, though, so he's going uncharacteristically
He's
high,
going high
in S tier.
Yeah.
The other ones, you're not gonna... I'm not gonna fight for any of them other than Dusk, to be fair.
Slow down a little bit.
Scroll down.
I don't have, or I could just look up.
This is the rest of the Pokemon, if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Because there's this slight delay. I generally think the third doggo is my favorite of these. The middle doggo is the most unfortunate. Mainly because the entire amazing thing about these dogs is they get a priority move called a Cell Rock, and I believe the middle one doesn't get it.
The third one looks more like a fox, but blind.
Yeah, so they're...
Big coyote.
The more coyote, I guess, would be true. The baby one is Rockruff, so that's why I just refer to them as dogs. And they're in the dog family, at the very least. Canine family, I guess, would be more accurate to say. I'd be fine with... what is it? Dawn and Midnight, like in B? C? I don't know.
I don't know either. They bore the hell out of me. They're just rock dogs. That's all they got going for them.
I mean,
That and Accelerock. They get the fucking quick attack rock that kills flying types like fucking fire kills ants. And that's
yeah,
it.
I just don't like them. Because they were kind of supposed to be the staple Pokemon in the generation.
And they're boring.
Like,
they don't
okay.
have any cool abilities.
So think
or
about
good
them,
typings.
right? And think about Lucario. I feel like they were kind of supposed to be a Lucario
They
type
made
for
3
this gen.
forms of it, so you would think that it was supposed to be important.
Yeah.
Like, the one thing I like Midnight. I like him. He's kind of funny in the anime that he literally like pets ashes, which is funny. But he doesn't have a dark type, which
No,
is the
he's-
only thing that would make him useful.
So, the next 2 Mons... The first one's, it's just a fish. It's
Well,
wishy-washy.
They're the same mon, though.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But, I mean, like... So when it's just the first one, it's just a little fish. If this is the Pokemon you have to use, and the second form, which is schooling form, isn't available, by that I mean if, like, what is it, like 5 turns are up, I think, is when it reverts back. Like, the bigger form is actually really strong, But knowing that, like, if someone's stalling you, you're gonna turn into this very weak Pokemon. It's like if Gyarados could turn back into Magikarp. Like, mid-battle.
All right, hear me out. Gimmick's cool, and it's not something I've seen in Pokemon.
Gimmick, cool. However... Yeah. I don't actually have an however. I think it's, like, B tier, maybe?
I think it's more than that. I think it's got to be, like, A. Like,
I thought it was C. I like Gimmick, but the actual Pokemon is garbage.
But come on, the Pokemon is kind of the gimmick. It's like a Mega Evolve that is bound to one Pokemon, and
That
only
sucks, and its move pool is terrible.
Okay, but you get 5 turns of a good Pokemon, right?
I'd rather take those 5 turns and spend them on Regigigas, because then I get a Pokemon that could live.
So, you said A. So Steve said A. Colin said C. I said B. That means it goes to B.
What'd Kyle say?
Kyle, do you like fish?
I already said D for everything that's not. Yeah.
Okay. Let's leave him be.
It's early for Kyle.
Kyle, are you okay?
He was
No.
woke up.
I would have been at like what, noonish?
Yeah, you definitely did not sleep well, or long at the very least.
Why didn't you do that, Kyle?
Because I'm an idiot.
Time for another disappointment.
I like Toxapex a lot.
Toxapex disappoints me.
Really?
It was supposed to be this huge, impenetrable bunker, but really, it's like it was supposed to be another Ferrothorn, right?
Yeah, it's not as good as
And
Ferrothorn,
it's really
for sure.
not. It can't
but
take
it's
hits like it should.
If you don't have the, I mean, like, honestly, like, it has weakness to ground, which is, I think, the number one issue for it. But it honestly can stall out pretty well. Not as good as a Pokemon like Ferrothorn, for sure. If you're comparing to Ferrothorn, it's not Ferrothorn. But I don't think it's bad. And I think the design's kind of cool. Baneful Bunker is kind of a cool looking move. I believe does Baneful Bunker do damage if you attack it? Like with a physical attack?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I find it disappointing, that's all. Like, the funny thing is, the next Pokemon line is a better wall in almost every way.
I
mean,
hard agree. Yeah.
I don't even know what they're trying to do with that Pokemon. Like, it looks like it's supposed to be some type of toxic plant. But I'm really not sure.
Yeah.
All right, so then they failed at their goal because I thought it was a grass type.
Really?
Yeah. So like the design team failed, the balancing team failed.
Okay,
so,
hold up. Back to
D-tier.
fucking straight up. You thought Marini and fucking Toxapex were supposed to be grass types?
Yes.
What color are they?
They're blue
green,
and purple.
Yeah, they're
The colors that are most associated with water types.
They're blue-green, first of all.
Oh,
Honestly,
so Steve is partially colorblind too.
no, I thought it was
That's blue, man. That's dead to rights, like fucking sea blue.
So you might want to pull it up because it might just be a little picture on the screen if you're not familiar with it.
Yeah, there's not a smidge of green on that fucking Pokemon.
So it's poison water because I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be water grass, or grass poison. Honestly, honestly, from the sprite.
Oh, crazy.
I generally think Toxapex is a low tier A. And then Marini could be like, I like Marini, it's kind of cute.
I'm with Kyle's forever vote on this one, and I'm putting it in D.
It's not a D tier Pokemon. It's way better than D tier. It's not like, I don't find it to be a bad design. And it's not bad competitively. It's not the greatest wall, but if you need, if you're playing a lower tier game It's not. It's good. Like, it's good in its role, I think.
If you say so. I just don't like it personally.
Alright, we'll drop it down to B tier. Because there's way too much flack against it to think it could be an A tier one. I think Marini's cute, so I'm gonna put it, like, in... Maybe I'll put it with the dogs in C tier. So, Mudbray, I don't have a lot of love for Mudbray. It's just a little donkey. It's cute, but, like, I could go either way.
The donkey lives.
I think it's like a solid B tier Pokemon.
Kyle, what say you?
The horsey?
Yeah,
Baby
Horse is
horsey.
stupid.
I like the horse.
I hate the next horse more.
It's so good,
If that
though.
matters.
It gets an ability called Stamina, where
It's
every time
so ugly. Here.
It
Shouldn't
is.
be here. I'm sorry.
I agree with it.
It's interesting because half of the people in here did not play Gen 7, right?
Yeah.
I didn't
So,
do that at all.
yeah, so
I'm literally
Steve
judging
didn't-
them by their look.
Steve is pretty much doing the same thing as you right now.
I mean, like, okay, so Tony, I watched you use this horse lots.
Yeah.
Right? And, like, it kick ass. I just don't care because it's that ugly.
See, that's why I'm just... It's interesting to hear other people's perspective, because I don't find it to be an ugly Pokemon.
Look at its feet.
It's got, like, little leg
What?
warmer things.
Yeah, what's wrong with it? I
That
don't
is
understand why you hate
I
it so
kind of
much.
like it, honestly.
I
like-
generally think Mudsdale is an S tier Pokemon.
It's a draft horse. It's awesome.
It's yeah. So it's a draft horse. It's not quite as cool as.
It's not Rapidash, but it's not Garbodor. It's
No. I mean, so I see this as like a direct competitor to Taurus.
Reese,
Tauros?
I agree.
well, if that's the case, it blows Tauros out of the water. Holy
It's way
shit.
better than Taurus, if that's where you're comparing it
Yeah.
to.
So that's yeah.
I generally think Mudsdale, from its ability in 101...
Wait, his name Mudsdale?
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty good. It's got to be up there. It's like at least an A tier.
I think it's an S tier, generally, because it's pure ground, it gets stamina. If you're in double battles and you use beat up on it, you'll never get through this thing. If they're attacking physically, of course. But generally, even just in 1-on-1 battles, like I drafted this thing this season for Draft League. And I think, okay, so Reese is saying A tier design, maybe, and saying Taurus is just alright. I think that Mudsdale's cool, it's designed well, and I think it kicks ass. Ah, Reese, you see, easier said than done, because there are situations where you can't stop them from using beat up in a doubles battle. If a Pokemon like Whimsicott and Mudsdale were partnered together, Whimsicott has Prankster, and there is no way of stopping it from using beat up. If they click at turn 1. Because Prankster adds priority to everything. I'm pretty sure that beat up falls under that.
Huh.
But yeah, so Mudsdale, I'm gonna put in S tier.
Yeah, why not?
I think it's a cool horse. It's really good. It's a horse. It's a good old horsey man. Now, Dupeter is okay. He looks like the things from, like, the 6 cells from Jimmy Neutron. You guys remember that?
Oh yeah, he looks like a virus phage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I think
That's kinda cool.
he's like a solid B tier.
I'll take it. Wait, what typing is he?
Water bug.
I like his ability. Water Bubble's kind of nice.
Yeah. I think that
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it.
the
I like
evolved form is super good.
I'd agree with Reese on that. He is kind of an A tier. I'll fight for that.
Alright, I'll put a bottom A tier. That's fine with me. I generally think that Arachnoid is super good. It hits
And
really hard. It actually also gets Sticky Web, which Sticky Web, you can't underestimate Sticky Web, because Sticky Web, yeah, reset it well. Water Bug with an amazing ability, and the evolved form, it still gets Water Bubble, and it also has access to things like Sticky Web. It hits hard. Water covers at least one of its weaknesses for Bug, because with Fire.
And Bug covers his weakness to grass.
So grass, yeah. So the typing, this is one of the few times where, and I don't mean this mean to Bug typing, but adding Bug type to a Pokemon actually gave it benefits.
Plus, it actually has a decent stat distribution. I like it.
I think it. I generally, I think I want to put it in S tier.
Yeah, he's an S tier.
He's really good.
He's what Masquerain was supposed to be, I think.
He is like a god tier Masquerain. Yeah, no burn. Water does more damage, less damage from fire. Exactly.
Oh, I forgot he's immune to being S tier.
It's one of the absolute best abilities I think it could have had.
Anything that gives it if you get an immunity to one status effect, that automatically makes your stock rise.
Can we drop the next 4 to D tier?
No. Not the fourth one. Brecken will have my head if that thing goes into B tier.
No, D tier.
No.
D.
That's what I'm saying. If it goes any less than S, my head is gone.
What, the fourth one?
Yes.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Brecken loves Shiinotic.
Wait,
so
Shiinotic has to go in D. That's not a
request.
No, I think Shiinotic is definitely better than D tier.
Shiinotic is D. Shiinotic
also,
is D. If Shiinotic is not D, this entire tier list is invalidated.
What? Okay, I would like to honestly hear... Alright, so we're not on Shiinotic yet. We'll get there.
Yeah.
When we do.
Okay.
We need to get Fromantis and Lurantis out of the way. I generally think Fromantis is kind of cute. It's not a world killer or anything, but it's a little cute. It's a little cute little leaf Pokemon. Now look at it.
Again, I have no feelings for the next 3.
I mean, we can put the leaf in B.
Pick the leaf and the tiny mushroom in B.
I agree with that.
What about Lurantis evolved form?
Lurantis can go high B, low A. It's not great. It's not terrible.
Put a high B. Morlo, also adorable, in my opinion. Morlo is actually made it into Detective Pikachu, actually. It had like a decent screen time in the movie, which I thought was interesting because it wasn't like a Pokemon that I would have instantly been like, oh yes, that Pokemon. Definitely in it. Okay, so we're gonna put Baby Mushroom in B, and then I actually would like to hear why you think Shiinotic is so bad.
It is a diaper mushroom. If I have to say any more than that, you have a problem.
It doesn't... Okay, I need to pull up bigger pictures, because I don't think it looks that bad. It looks like a normal mushroom on its head.
It's bad.
I prefer its design to Amoonguss.
I honestly don't. The face, they didn't try. Alright?
Could you send me that picture you have up?
I just googled Shiinotic, but
I don't know how to spell that, that's why.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's 2 eyes, it's tricky.
I just put the Google search.
It should have evolved into something else. My
counter arguments for you are, it's a spore user.
It's the only reason.
It also got Strength Sap.
Yes, it's got Strength Sap, it's a spore user, and it's Grass Fairy. But everything else is shit. I have never not one-shotted these the first turn it was out. Its design, and I can't stress this enough, is one of the all-time worst Pokemon designs. If I saw my child playing with this, I would take away the video game. Look at it.
I generally don't see the hate for it.
It's just a visceral dislike. It's both lazy and there's something about it that sets my teeth on edge.
There are spore users I like, and
This
And then
is,
there's this.
see, like
like Parasect, kind of cool, you know.
this is way better than Parasect in my mind, at the very least. Parasect is
No,
unfortunate.
Parasect is cool. Parasect is way cooler than this. Like, come on.
Parasect is an interesting concept.
It's
Like
an interesting
lore-wise.
concept,
This is
but it's
literally
not
a living
ever...
mushroom that's constantly
And
chirping.
I'm actually shocked that you had... Like, I need to see its stat distribution, because I've never seen one of these get, like, walled, like what you're saying.
No, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't wall.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Dies.
That's what I mean.
Like-
I misspoke. That I've never seen one just get destroyed, like you're saying. Sure, I have to look up its stat distribution because I don't.
Also, Reese, we need to talk about your murder of many Bidooфs later.
Okay, let's see. Yeah,
Can't be killing
it's got
Bidooфs.
very good. It's 100 special defense. Its physical defense isn't great, but with its weaknesses, most of those lean more towards special.
Like, I love. Don't get me wrong. The baby is adorable. The baby deserved better. But
See, I think it got good, and I think Shiinotic is a good Pokemon. I think you're...
please tell me you're backing our play on this. That this thing does not deserve to see the light of sea.
Nah, Bidoof's murdered. Conspiracy theory.
Like Tony, like this is one I'm legitimately confused as to why you disagree, why you think it's better than it is. Like I do.
I
not
literally,
understand.
that's why I'm confused that Spore User in Strength Sap, and at the time it was the only Pokemon to know Strength Sap.
For 5 minutes before much better Pokemon.
For a full generation.
It's just yeah.
All right. So
Me and
let's-
Steve both vote D because we can't vote Z.
yeah, I
Oh.
think Tony,
Oh.
what's your vote?
Yeah, what you gonna vote?
I think it's like an A tier Pokemon.
So, and Kyle, what's your vote?
Kyle's gonna say D on literally everything.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
Kyle's vote is D on everything. So if we counted his vote, nothing would make it into S tier.
that's fair.
We would have to move everything down.
Correct.
That wasn't like a low Ninetales, Raichu, and very few other Pokemon.
And slash Marowak, the Vulpix too.
Yeah,
I like that
the
fox thing
Vulpix.
that got into B tier.
Lycanroc?
What?
The one that's in the very beginning of B tier.
Yeah, I was trying to fight for that one a bit, and you didn't speak.
Yeah, I like him.
Okay, let's
Looks
see.
like a fox.
So that's 2 Ds and 1 A. So C?
Reese said B tier.
No, he's talking about Lycanroc.
B tier maybe, he said, but like midday form needs to...
Reese, they are all the same Pokemon. Even if technically they're not, they're all the same Pokemon.
The midday form needs to move up at least 1 tier, and Dawn needs to go up a tier or 2. I like Dawn a lot. The Dawn one is the best, generally. But I was sort of outvoted on... And he said B tier for Shiinotic, yeah.
Oh. Well, shit.
See?
But like C or D.
So that puts it in B tier, in my opinion.
Oh no. Okay. Bottom
Also,
of B tier, though.
so do you guys not remember what I said? Brecken's gonna have my head if this isn't ranked decently high.
Well, then she will have your head
Why do you do this to me?
because like it's a mushroom
It's a
with
good
no
one.
soul in a diaper.
It is interesting to see other people's perspective on things, but like this is one see like Colin, you said you don't see why I like it. I don't see the issues with it. Like I understand that its design might not be the coolest, but in the world of Spore users, you're comparing it to a Mungus, and a Mungus's design is kind of bad too.
Hold up. But Amoonguss can also just has the better stat distribution.
That's why
and better
Amoonguss is designed as shit, but I still think it's like an S tier Pokemon for competitive.
But just getting
alone.
Spore and Strength Sap isn't enough to save it. All right.
Its special defense is 100, which is really good. Give it good defense. See, there's Brecken. Brecken, I have fought for you to not put Shiinotic in D tier.
Oh my god! Come on. S+.
It's her favorite.
No, it's only her favorite because she inhaled too many of its spores. All right, and there's one growing in her like.
She's always loved Shiinotic.
How? It's unlovable. It's disgusting.
So, have you heard the line? Everyone has every Pokemon is someone's favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, I disagree with it. There are some Pokemon that are unlovable, and this is one of them.
Brecken, I've been fighting so hard for you to not put this in D tier. They want it in D tier.
I will 1v1 you in any of the handful of games I own, but I'll suck at. But this thing sucks, alright? I'm sorry, this thing sucks. It sucks, it sucks, it sucks. It is the diaper mushroom, alright?
Brecken, if you could have ever been in the podcast for a generation, I really needed your support in Gen 7. Because for a lot of these ones, for a lot of these ones, I've been the only person that liked them.
Look, okay, if you want me to break down why I hate its design piece by piece, I will. Do not threaten me with a good time. It's bad.
Wait,
who's the moderator that's deleting what Brecken's saying?
Kyle.
Oh.
Kyle, did
no.
you just talk about my girlfriend?
Thank you.
Got her!
Is there a that's not toxic,
for future
Kyle?
reference, you do not have permission to time her out.
It was a whole 1 second. It was the purge button.
That's why I mean.
Button.
Please, I talk to you after, but like, I would very like you to not do that again.
Like, I'm sorry, I'm looking at its 3D sprite, and it's just not good. Alright, the color scheme is bad. The fact that weird washed out. See, if it's supposed to glow, they shouldn't have given it the weird washed out.
Why were you mean to Brecken?
White, like it looks
Using
bad.
all caps.
I don't have any rules against all caps.
Like it literally looks like.
But it hurt my feelings.
You guys ever see that one the Simpsons episode where Mr. Burns glows?
Whoa. So this is sort of more important. Something hurt your feelings? I don't believe you.
Kyle, your feelings?
Kyle, that's bullshit. Okay, I was just gonna say, Kyle, I love you. I love you for everything that you are. I love every part of Kyle. However, that also means I know you. And I was gonna say, if you actually said that hurt your feelings, I was gonna be like, where did you go? Where is the rest of Brecken said, Lamal, after all we've been through, Kyle.
That's okay, Brecken. I did it for the meme.
Alright. You know, if it was for the meme, that one time. But, you know.
I mean, it was literally... Do you want me to copy paste what she said? Really,
I agreed with everything, so I don't see a problem with it.
That's Brecken 2020
yeah.
in Tony's chat. That's aggression. And I feel
that is pretty aggressive.
For Colin or whoever she was threatening, because I can't even remember, to be honest. She called someone a fuckhead too.
Yeah, that's okay. It was her personal opinion.
I will defend her right.
If Colin called someone else a fuckhead in chat, I wouldn't stop him.
She has the right to her opinion, alright? As much as I dislike this Pokemon, as much as I hate this Pokemon, she has the right to love it, and she has the right to call me a dumbass for not loving it, even though I disagree heavily.
It's a matter of opinion, dude.
Just because I feel bad about this, I'll up my vote to C tier.
All right, so that's gonna average into B tier. We're gonna put it in B tier.
Bottom, please, bottom.
So I actually generally, and not trolling.
Below its baby form.
All right, then I would like to move
is objectively cuter.
I think I would like to move Babby up.
Where do you want it?
I want it below Toxapex. No,
No.
I think it's way better than Toxapex.
Wait,
I'm gonna do
but that would put it above the fish, and we can't have that.
That's completely fine. I'm also pretty sure I came second in the game last night as not Reese and Jaxbox. Well, oh, wait, Kyle, did you name yourself not Reese and Jackbox?
For one of the games, yeah.
Oh, it's adorable. And Brecken also said, in case you weren't reading, Colin, thank you, Colin. You have right to shit on it as well. So
Okay.
because everyone has their own opinion. You're allowed to express it. And we're allowed to take as long as we want on a Pokemon, going back and forth with it too, because it is a podcast. I keep hearing Steve say so go ahead.
Is it late till 10 o'clock?
Why is it above the Sandshrew and the fish, though?
Oh, not to spoil in chat, but Minior is very much okay.
Good.
Why is it above the Sandshrew and the fish?
I moved the Sandshrew up a little bit, but behind them still.
But the fish.
The fish.
I love the fish.
He's not. There's the times when he's not this behemoth over here.
Yes.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, he's not this really good thing.
But I like it when he's not the behemoth more.
Brecken said I come in spicy and mostly don't meet it. And then said, thank God for you saying the Minior is okay.
Minior is actually going to be my S.
What is a Minior?
But we'll get to that.
I love Minior as well.
What is it?
So Minior is this one. It has two separate forms. One is more bulky, and then when its shell breaks, it becomes very strong and fast.
It also comes in like a bunch of different
that's kind of cool.
It comes in a bunch of different colors, and it is awesome in every way.
It also gets Shell Smash.
Yeah, that too.
So if you don't respect the Minior, guess what happens?
You're
gonna get swept by it because it will Shell Smash in front of you, and then it stabs Stone Edges in your face, and then you'll be like, "What just happened?"
I see.
Not to mention, once it consumes its white herb, acrobatics is also ungodly strong.
Okay, Brecken, thank you for tuning in for a little bit. She said she has to go again. And then Reese said, rank every color of Minior, but Tony's the only one around to rank them.
That might be the most cruel thing I've ever.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like if you guys tell me, I'll be like, this one here, and wait for a reaction.
Alright, I gotta leave, but yay Salazzle, yay Beware, don't care about Serena.
Okay. Are you coming back?
Yeah, I gotta fix the internet at my house real quick. My little brother's laptop doesn't like our new router.
Okay, no worries.
It'll just take me 5 minutes, so I'll be right back.
Okay, so when it comes to this first Pokemon, it's called Salandit. And so, Steve, you know Combi, right?
Yeah.
So you know how male Combis are so unfortunate.
Yeah.
This
the same way?
It's the same thing. Only female Salandits can evolve into Salazzle.
So that is a cool gimmick. That's like a cool evolution.
I think it's a cool gimmick. I think Salazzle's kind of cool. Mainly because it gets the ability Corrosion, which actually allows it to hit poison moves into Steel types, and also use things like Toxic against the Steel type.
Yeah.
The baby one, just because of like the split stuff, I think that's really unfortunate that half the Pokemon you're gonna run into for this Pokemon won't be able to evolve.
Yeah.
So that I kind of put like very low points. You like Salazzle? You like weird, scaly freak, but not a sweater little mushroom? I hate gender evolution, said Reese. And Kyle's talking about Project Melody changing her hair. You know, Kyle, I'm just happy you're happy. If that makes you happy.
Okay, so Salazzle, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't too big on Combi, and I think I'm gonna stick consistent on this.
Yeah. So Salandit, I think I'm putting like low C tier. Just because it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Salazzle, I think Corrosion is so cool. So like if you're building competitive one, like it is always like, or like it's hard. because corrosion's such a cool ability, you know?
Yeah.
But it also suffers from half of the babies not being able to turn into it. So I kind of think maybe B. Because it does have a lot of cool points, but it also has negative points. So does that make it average?
Where did we rank Vespa Queen?
I don't
Vespa
remember.
Queen and Gardevoir.
I want to say Gardevoir, we ranked S, I think. But Gardevoir
Okay.
also, it has a split evolution. It doesn't, like, every...
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not, like, as much of, like, a sin.
But when it came out, it didn't have split evolution.
No. I believe everything just evolved in the Gardevoir, though, didn't it?
Did it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Gardevoir, like, you could have a male Gardevoir.
No. Huh.
Like, in Generation 3, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know that. All right, so it's not. Okay.
Gardevoir isn't, like, yeah. So,
I'm
and
gonna
I
be
think,
honest.
am I wrong? Can you still have male Gardevoirs? Because isn't it... I gotta look this up, Steve, because I thought that...
I don't
it's a
think I've ever
stone
seen
evolution.
a male Gardevoir. I kind of just assumed.
Let's look. Let's. We're gonna go to Google for this one. Yeah, so you can have a male one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so all Kurlas have two possible. Oh yeah, so I was right. It is a stone evolution. So any Kurlia will evolve into Gardevoir once it reaches level 30, male or female. But Kurla can evolve into Gallade, but it has to be male with a Dawnstone.
Okay.
So you can't have any female Gallades, but you can have a male Gardevoir.
Well, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I didn't know that Gallade. Oh yeah, Reese also said, yes, male, but only male sword cape dude. So an evolution, but male only. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's double. So to me, like, that's not great, but it's not like as big of an offender of this as like Vespiquen and Salazzle is. And I want to say Vespiquen, I think it would have been like C. But Vespiquen also isn't great. Like, it doesn't... when I look at Vespiquen, I don't have any, like, good things to say about it, like, competitively wise. Because it has a 4 times weakness to rock, but I guess Salazzle also has a 4 times weakness to ground. Would you be okay if we put it low B tier?
I'd like it to go C tier.
Alright, you know what? Top of C tier then?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, an adorable little baby. So, Stuffle. So cute.
S tier.
Oh. Good. Good man.
Yes. Yes.
What about Beware?
It's not quite as good.
I love Beware, though. I kind of want it... I kind of want an S tier, but I would settle for top of A tier. It just wants hugs.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
that makes
actually,
sense.
though. Like, that's not
And-
just me saying it wants hugs. Like, actually, Bewares just want to hug you.
Hello.
But they're too strong and they will break your spine if you let them hug you.
I mean, that's how normal bears work. You know that, right?
Yeah. I don't know if normal bears always want hugs, though.
No, they're usually looking to play with you,
Aww.
and then they kill you.
Aww. So, Beware, though...
From what I understand.
Beware, I actually do enjoy it. It gets fluffy, I believe. But fluffy has its positives and negatives. But, I don't know. I like it's a mama bear. And it also was really cool in the anime.
Yeah.
So, I think top of A tier is cool for it. We put the baby bear in S tier, Colin, because it's cute.
Yeah, baby bear is cute. It's a literal stuffed animal.
It's so cute. It literally...
It was
Lenny?
literally designed to sell toys.
What's Lenny, Kyle?
A bison, man.
Oh, it literally is Lenny. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh shit.
If I have a male,
Oh, no.
if I have a male Beware, I'm gonna name it Lenny from now on.
I think it's supposed to be IE. I just googled it.
I knew, honestly, if you put IE, I probably would have been like, "Who's Lenny?" So,
I'm just saying it when you go to use the name.
thank you. I'm going to always name it Lenny now, Kyle. Thank you. That's a good name for it.
So what about these cherry things?
I think Serena is cool, which is the final Evo. Bounce Suite is kind of cute. The middle one, I could care less where it goes. So the only thing I like about Serena is its ability is really cool. And it's an ability called Queenly Majesty that when this Pokemon is switched in, no priority moves can be used against it. So that means, like, in a world of like a 2v2 situation, if you know that your opponent's going to use a priority move, like Fake Out, you can actually swap it in and no Fake Out happens. So you could actually get, like, free attacks off, and... Or generally, also, like, if you, say, have a Ghost-type Pokemon out, and you know this guy's going to click Sucker Punch, I know switching any Pokemon would do that, but, you know, I think that it's cool. It, like, the ability gives it a cool gimmick that I would like to see Serena in, like, A tier. Like, again, like, if you guys are super against putting Serena in A tier, I would not fight super duper hard about it, but I think it's cool enough to go there.
So, it feels like it's a grass type, right? First of all?
Yes.
It feels sort of like discount grass Gardevoir, so I'll take it with A tier because it is...
I see what you mean, okay.
I think the other two forms are just bad.
The baby's kind of cute, though.
It's a cherry.
I always thought it was more like an acorn for some reason.
I think it's supposed to be. I don't know.
I kind of want the baby in low B tier with Fermentus. Like the other baby grass Pokemon here.
Yeah.
But the middle Evo, I'm down for, like, low C.
Oh. Low C?
Unless you want it lower.
I'll take low C.
So, when you look at this next Pokemon, you probably am like, it's a... So, first of all, I gotta say, it's... Comfey is a flower necklace in Alola. So, the perfect time to ever bring a Pokemon like this into the games were right now, and I think for that, design-wise, it's cool. It also is pure fairy and gets an ability called Triage, which Triage. I'm sorry. That gives priority to all healing moves, meaning Draining Kiss is now priority. Giga Drain is now priority. Anytime it needs to heal, it gets priority to heal, so it will get a heal.
Wait, Giga Drain is priority now?
Yes.
With healer?
Yeah. No, it's Triage, I believe. Or Triage.
That's right.
That's the... Yeah, so Draining Kiss, it gets Stab Draining Kiss, and then also priority Giga Drain. But Stab priority Draining Kiss, I should say.
That is damn good.
It's really good. If you don't know Triage, I keep saying it wrong. Steve, which one was it? Triage or Triage? Triage. You can get swept by it.
I could see that, yeah.
So, there's one other Pokemon that I want to save this for. But, actually, there's like two other Pokemon that I'm debating about saving this for. But one of them I think you guys aren't going to give me a hard time about. For sure. So, I think I'm going to put Comfey as my S+.
Okay.
I really like the Pokemon. And yet again, I understand people not liking it for whatever reason. I think its ability is cool. I also think a Flower Necklace Pokemon in Alola is absolutely perfect. I'm so happy they did that. It doesn't really fit into any other game, though, to be fair. But I like it.
I mean, that's kind of the point, though. It literally is the flavor of the region.
Yeah. And to me, I enjoy that. So... Now we have a Rangaroo and Pissimian. I like Oranguru a lot more than Passimian, but I can understand if people had different takes. Oranguru gets the move Obstruct, I believe it's called. Is it Obstruct or Instruct? Instruct, maybe? Colin, are you familiar with it?
I want to say Instruct, but I could be wrong.
Because I think whatever it's called, it actually allows your opponent to, or no, allows your, in a double battle, allows you to attack again. By that, so a Pokemon that it was paired with a lot is Eruption, Torkoal, and Trick Room. So Eruption does damage based on your HP. So if Torkoal's at 100 HP, you're firing off something crazy like number attack twice. Or if you want to like think of it differently, you could fire off, like, I know like it would have like a drawback a little bit, like a Draco Meteor twice in one turn. You could fire off really any move in the game twice in one turn. It does not work with Z moves, and it does not work with Dynamaxing.
Does it work with like Hyper Beam, where you could use it as a cooldown?
That's a really good question, and I don't know the answer to that. That would be cool if it did. Huh.
Yeah, like...
If you give me a second, I'm very interested.
Because that's kind of busted if it is.
Okay. Okay, so apparently you can't instruct Hyper Beam.
Okay.
I guess any move that recharges you can't instruct. It would have been a little broken, I think, if you could have, right? Imagine
Just
that.
a tad.
I like them, the monkeys. I think Oranguru has more viability, say, like in the doubles world. It doesn't have like a whole lot of viability in single battling.
Mm-hmm.
It's Psychic Normal, I believe, typed. Interesting. What are you thinking about these monkeys?
I like. Which one did you say had the instruct setup?
The first one. The second one, I think, gets Defiant, and it's pure fighting. It's cool in like certain duo setups, but like it's also does hit hard. But I like Oranguru more, but I yet again would 100% understand someone not feeling that way.
Huh.
I'd say
I mean,
low A.
so design-wise, I like the other one more.
Yeah, that's true too.
Passimian
Function-wise,
design-wise,
I think Oranguru is kind of cool.
I think you're 100% accurate with that. I put them in low A, like Colin said. The both of them?
Yeah.
Do you want it above Dupitter or below Dupitter?
Below it, it's
Okay.
monkey not good.
Alright, so next Wimpod is not a great Pokemon. It's sort of like a Magikarp.
You are mistaken.
It has like an attack moves though. But
if it's your S+, just do it.
Nope.
Okay.
Because I like it. I like the gimmick of very scared Pokemon turns into Gliscopod. Because to me, I think Gliscopod could be argued for S tier. I think it's really cool. It's not the greatest Pokemon in the world, but Emergency Exit's interesting, at the very least. Oh goodness, what's its priority move it gets? First Impressions? That it gets? Which I believe I might be wrong, but I think that's like you can only use that like in a situation like Fake Out, where you can only use it like the first turn you switch in. I might be wrong about that though. I like Gliscopod a lot. Wimpod, I wherever you guys want Wimpod, we'll put Wimpod. It doesn't offend me in any way.
Yeah, that's about how I feel about it.
Well, that means it's like
B tier, maybe? C?
mid B, high A,
Yeah,
mid B,
mid B.
mid A, somewhere in there, because that seems to be about average.
Yeah, we'll put it like higher half of B.
Yeah. I'll
What do
also
you
be
guys
right
think
back.
about?
I gotta run to the bathroom.
Oh, no worries, Colin. What do you think about Glycipod?
I'm split on it because on the one hand, I have had some problems with it in Showdown, to say the least. On the other hand, like it's either a god tier killing machine or the easiest kill on the team.
I think you're 100% right with that. If you're not prepared for it, like in a situation where you are playing like ladders and Showdown, if you don't have a Glycipod counter, you're in some real hurting. Like it will put such a big hole in your team that you probably won't be able to come back. But if you have anything that can take it, it switches out when like half damage, so you could literally get like free half damage on it if you're faster.
Yeah.
Maybe would you be down for A tier with it? Because I think its design is also really cool, and it's in Sword. Oh goodness, Sun and Moon, and then Ultra Sun and Moon. It is Guzma's main
It's his ace,
Pokemon.
yeah.
It's his ace. So I think it has like enough relevance that like it belongs in A tier. Maybe not like the highest in A tier. Like I generally think it's not like Beware level A tier. I think it's better than Toucanon.
Yeah, definitely better than Toucanon. Maybe not as good as Sandslash.
Yeah, maybe that's a good spot. So, what do you think of the Sandcastle Pokemon?
I love him. I know
Okay,
that
that
they're
makes me
people
so
to sell,
happy to hear that you like them.
But I like the design. I like the unique ability. I like that it's a different build than Golurk most of all, because that way they can both exist without cutting into each other's territory.
I wish the ability was just a little bit better though.
It fits well. That's what I care more.
So it fits Pokemon so perfectly though. And it's also to me like a haunted sandcastle. Come on, that's what I'm about. Okay, that's like creative enough and not stupid. Like not stupid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's actually like a design that I looked at it and I'm like, okay. And it's shiny, by the way. It has an all black shiny, which then I found out that black sand exists, and I did not know that until I saw that this Pokemon had a shiny.
Yeah, the shiny's really good. Also, I like the idea. So it's my headcanon. So Sandygast is a little kid that's getting buried in the sand and forgotten, and then Palisand is an adult that's trying to claw his way out. And I know that's really fucked up, but it's also...
It is, but I see it.
Like, I don't know, something about that. Like, I enjoy the horror stories of ghost type Pokemon, and I think this one has a good one.
I enjoy it. I think they're like solid A tier mons. I would even put Sandygast in S. No, Sandygast, Palisand is evolved, right? Yes, Sandygast is the baby. Palisand is fully evolved.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fully evolved could go in S. I like the baby in A probably.
D tier for all of it.
No. They're actually cool, Steve.
They're sandcastles.
They're haunted sandcastles.
They're sandcastles.
We should have agreed on this before Steve got back.
Vanilla Ice.
Wait, what?
They're Vanilla Ice brand Pokemon.
No. This is
You
like...
don't like Sandygast and Palisand?
Nope.
You make me sad.
You know, that it makes me very sad to hear that you don't like these Pokemon, Steve. It's such a shame that you don't like these Pokemon. So the next book.
Get that thing out of S tier, or so help me.
All right, I'll drop it to A tier, but it's actually cool. It's really cool, Steve. Like I mean that with all the fibers in your body. It's literally a haunted sandcastle that, like, swallows children. Kind of cool. It's an actual, like Colin said just before he got back, it's an actual horror story in Pokemon, but one that's, I would argue, is actually done well.
Let's move on to a filler Pokemon.
And I like...
It's a
I think,
rock?
no, it's a sea cucumber.
It sucks.
I unfortunately think there are Pokemon that do what it tries to do better. It's interesting. As far as I know, I don't think it gets any real attacking moves. It gets, like, counter and mirror coat, I think, like Wobbuffet, but it also gets, like, soak. Man, it's just, like, unfortunately, like, or fortunately, in Generation 8, there's a Pokemon called, oh, I love him. Why am I forgetting his name? I'm just picturing my spiky little friend, and I can't remember his name.
Duckle?
No,
Corsola?
Pincurchin.
Oh.
I think Pincurchin is, like, a cooler version of him.
I think you mean Quillfish.
I love
Quillfish.
I love Quillfish. Quillfish is best boy.
I would never forget Quillfish.
I wouldn't forget. Yeah, I couldn't forget that good boy's name. I missed it in chat. I think Reese referred to the Serena line as the BDSM Pokemon line.
Oh.
And I don't want to know why.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't want to know why.
We already moved past it though. Pyukumuku, I'm not offended. I don't think it's D tier though. Like,
what, the rock?
It's sea cucumber.
Cucumber.
Yeah.
Okay, I like him because, again, I'm a Smash player, and he is a very funny item in Smash. He's a very funny Pokemon that can come out.
Yeah, he does like his like inner. He has, I think his ability is called Innards Out, and like his little fist comes out.
Yeah, so he just punches people and they go flying. So it's pretty good. I like it.
Where would you like him, Steve?
We could get him an A, above the Sandcastle, because
Sandcastle's top of A.
Yeah. Why?
Why not? His Sandcastle is good boy.
They ran out of ideas.
No, they really didn't. That's a great fucking idea.
In Alola, it works so well, Steve.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it was outside of Alola,
it would be so stupid outside of Alola, for sure.
You might have a better case, but in Alola, a haunted sandcastle Pokemon makes total sense. It's a little kid, got stuck, buried in the sand, and left and died to the tide, and now his ghost haunts the sandcastle he became.
I'll put Pyukumuku in A tier to make Steve happy. So I really hope you guys like Type Null and Savali, because I really like them.
What do they do?
They're basically mini Arceus.
Well, not the little one.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So Savali is mini Arceus, and Type Null. So stat-wise, actually, the only difference between the two is Type Null's speed is 59, and Savali's is 95, and they have 95 stats in every other category.
So
it's very... Sorry, go ahead.
This sounds like some heavy canon rewriting, and I am very opposed to that.
What do you mean heavy canon rewriting?
Okay, Steve, the canon has been fucked ever since they decided that they were in a new timeline, and it's been fucked since X and Y/ORS, alright? I no longer give a damn about it because they no longer give a damn about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess but what do you mean though about it? Because these Pokemon are man-made.
Oh no, that's cool. Okay, so they did like a man-made Arceus.
Yeah. So it's basically people trying to make Arceus, and they made them.
Okay, I'm good with that. That's fucking sick.
And Type Null / Savali is actually one of your rivals' main Pokemon in Sun and Moon / Ultra Sun and Moon of Gladian.
Okay.
I think is Gladian is his name.
Oh, the edgy dude.
Yes, this is his main Pokemon. I enjoy them. Savali can be any typing. All of them. It has a good move pool to go along with it. And Type Null, I generally... So the one thing that I like about like the stat distribution of these Pokemon is, yeah, Type Null it's slow. It's not very fast at 59, but you don't know what you're facing when you see one. They're lesser, like, Mew category, Mew Jirachi category, where those Pokemon have base 100 stats across the board. So they're just 5 stat distributions lower for Savali's case, and speed is a decent amount lower in Type Nulls. So you never know if it's bulky, if it's a fast physical attacker, or it's a fast special attacker, whether it's HP investment in special attack, it's HP investment, you know, there's literally like an infinite number of possibilities that it could be. And with Savali, it can be any type doing those roles. The only downfall is that it is like Arceus, where it has to hold an item to determine that plate, so it doesn't have the ability, say, to be a steel type holding leftovers. It would just have an item that makes it steel type. But I believe Arceus has to hold plates as well to make it that typing, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I get what they were going for. I don't think we needed another Arceus, especially one that's just bad.
I like them.
Like, the memories don't... Correct me if I'm wrong, the memories don't even act as plates. They don't power up the moves an extra smidge.
I'm not actually sure.
They just change the typing.
That I'm not actually sure about. I would have assumed it gave stab to those moves.
No, but like Arceus gets stab, but if he uses a Surf with the water plate on, it gets stab plus the water plate.
Oh, does it?
I believe it does.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, it wouldn't get those. Yeah, so it's not as good as Arceus, for sure.
I mean, it's supposed to be not good as
Arceus. Yeah, it's not supposed to be as good as Arceus, like lore-wise.
Yeah.
I have such trouble saying those words back to back.
Here's the thing, though. I feel like if your starting point is Arceus but worse, and you can't come up with a better spin on that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's man-made. It's supposed to be worse.
They're man-made, so like that's the
no,
kind
but like
of thing
from a design standpoint, if it doesn't have anything like, it's like its ability needed to be Arceus plus something to make up for the worst stats. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not arguing them for like S tier or anything. I think they're cool, and I'd like to see them like an A tier. But I'm not like overhyping them. I generally think they're cool like concepts, and they do have the unique ability to you not know what exactly you're prepping against if you know you're facing one, or if you don't know you're facing one, you really don't know. For me though, you got to keep in mind color blindness. I don't know what typing the Savali is. I have to like basically, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's not as cool for you guys as it would be for me. Yeah. Which I do respect, of course. I would love to see these guys in A tier, but I do understand you put them in lower.
I agree with the A tier on that. I think that's super cool. I think that was due. Like, you know, somebody trying to
literally make God.
Yeah. Like,
I don't know. I personally, you know what I would have done? And I know this is going to sound stupid, and it probably is stupid, but at least it would have been unique. All the moves it knows changes to the type of memory it's got.
That would have been interesting.
So you get a water-type flamethrower, and a water-type ice beam, and a water-type thunderbolt, and a water-type whatever its version of judgment.
I think it would make it way worse, personally. But it would have been very interesting and a unique concept for sure. Because like the only moves you would just pick like the highest base moves at that point, because like you wouldn't run like flamethrower or like, because like does the secondary typing or secondary effects in a move go away too, or do those stay like in a scenario? Like if you use ice beam but it's water type, does it have a chance to freeze still? And this is I'm directing this to you, Colin. just because.
Yeah, like all the moves have their regular secondary effects,
Okay.
but their types just get changed.
All right, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That would be very unfortunate if it was like a ghost type one and you switch a normal Pokemon in.
Oh yeah, but that's the whole. But
Yeah.
you know, that's kind of the point. It's there's interesting drawbacks and additions.
All right.
It would have been an interesting change. It's like instead of being Arceus but worse, is all I'm saying.
I mean, Arceus but worse again is really interesting.
I think we should put them in A tier.
Yeah, at least I agree.
So I think they're cooler than a decent amount of Pokemon in A tier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put him behind Galissapod though. And I'm not either one could flip. Maybe Savali's better because it has better stats. And then Colin, you had mentioned Minior before.
Yeah, he is my S+.
Okay, we're just gonna
Get
put
him up
both
there.
of them in there.
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it's just the two different.
He is good
Forms.
boy.
It's so
Interesting idea, well executed, cool ability, good move pool, cute as hell.
good. It. Ditto. It's just so good. I love Minior. It is cute. It is strong. If you're not ready for a Minior, it will ruin your day.
Like, that's the thing. It's one of those It's one of those like trap card Pokemon. I just love to like. He's never I never lead off with him, but if I can get an opening to use him when I'm on a team, and set him up right, he is godly.
If you can set him up, like if you get him in the position where you can get a Shell Smash off, dude, it's so hard to deal with. Like, he will take like at least 2 Pokemon out most likely. And as a sweeper, that's pretty much what you're looking for. I feel bad for this next Pokemon. The fact that it's a one-stage evolution it's not fair to it.
I don't know why they bothered making it in the first place.
That's what I mean. Like, if it was part of like another, like if this Pokemon, I know it's a koala, but like it just evolved into something else. Like, Kamala not just being Kamala doesn't make any sense. It's not good enough to be like a. It's not so. To me, it doesn't even have the appeal of like a Shuckle, right? Where it's just kind of like, yeah, but boy, do we love ourselves a Shuckle. I don't think anyone says that about Kamala, but yet again, someone might love Kamala. But for our sake, it's mean, but I think I might put it in D tier.
All right.
It's
That's
cute
fair.
at the very least, but it's unfortunate.
I don't even find it particularly that cute because it's based on a koala, and I don't find koalas cute.
Okay, that's fair.
Unless
What?
you buy into the theory that the koala is a misdirection and the actual Pokemon is the log, which I actually kind of like, but...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Wait, what typing is it?
Normal.
I believe.
That's it. It's the color beige turned into a Pokemon. Like,
I'll second that.
this is the real fella that deserves better. Turtonator is an interesting idea for a dragon type that just doesn't really work.
Yeah, I think you're 100% correct. It very much deserved better than what it got. Man, like a fire turtle dragon just sounds so cool on paper to me. And design-wise, I don't absolutely hate it, but I think it could have been way better. Also, it's just they didn't really do it many favors. Like, isn't its gimmick like a shield move or something?
I don't know. Yeah, it's like a trap move.
Yeah. Like, so I understand if people want to put this low, but I also understand if you like the design or something and want to put it higher, but unfortunately to me, it doesn't get a whole lot of love from me.
Yeah, the only thing going forward is this resistance to fairy.
Which, that part is cool, that it's a dragon with a resist to fairy. There's not many. Like, obviously, like, Droudon would get it, and Dialga, I guess. But no, they're just. So is it C tier or is this a D tier?
Let's put it C.
Because like I don't hate it. You know what I mean?
C tier. Yeah, that's about right. Whoa. So Salazzle is in C tier?
I tried getting it higher.
Wait, Steve, what the fuck is wrong with?
It's bad and it should feel bad.
It has corrosive. It's hilarious.
The one thing that actually that I was talking about that it does get negative points is it does suffer from Vespa Queen disorder.
Yes, I'll agree to that. That is a huge negative. On the other hand, you can poison a Bronzong or a Celestial.
Oh no,
and
that
watch it
part that's the part I was like.
Have you
talking
ever
about the
been
most.
cursed out on Showdown chat? The only time I ever have been is when I toxic poisoned someone Celestial with one of these, and it was glorious.
Beautiful. I'd be okay moving Slazzle up, to be honest. I think it could find a nice home in B tier. Are you very much against that, Steve?
Yes, sir. I am very much against that.
Would you put it at bottom of B tier?
I think it is one of the worst designed Pokemon of this generation, and if there was a tier lower than D, I would want it there.
Pogi Demaru?
No, he's
What?
talking about Salazzle still.
Oh.
Slazzle.
What the... Wait, okay, now you're just being contrary.
No, I don't like the way the head looks. It creeps me the fuck out.
Yeah, it's a lizard. It's supposed to creep you the fuck out.
They've made good lizards. Sorry, I don't know if I cut out there.
It's supposed to be a creepy poisonous lizard that can destroy anything it gets its venom on.
It looks like Bayonetta.
That too.
I don't know if I like that. It looks like Bayonetta though.
I really don't. That's in part why I don't
Its
like
design
it.
is creepy and effective, and if you hate that, it is a good fucking Pokemon. Competitively.
Colin, remember when we were talking about which one was it that you? There was one.
No, you guys are shitting on Dragalge. I remember that.
There was one that you didn't like. I forget which one it was.
Which gen?
This one.
Oh, this
today.
one. Never mind then.
You're not
Yeah.
the diaper mushroom, right?
No.
I'm trying to think which Pokemon's Colin was like vehemently against.
Incineroar. Why are you against Incineroar? That's why I'm against Salazzle. Let's put it that way.
Can I at least... Okay, then can we put Salazzle with Incineroar?
I mean, Salazzle bad, though.
Salazzle good. I mean,
Salazzle bad.
bad for that reason, and that's understandable, but, like... You can't stop them, man. They're just too horny.
Oh, no.
And now you see why Salazzle's in C tier.
I understand that, but if Incineroar is going to be an A, Salazzle should be an A.
I think Salazzle's a really good Pokemon.
Regardless of being furry bait, it has one of the coolest unique abilities they've come out with, and it's a good sweeper if set up right.
Alright, well, in all fairness, Colin's saying A. I was saying B for it, and it ended up in C. So maybe we move it up to B tier.
Okay.
I can live with that.
I'm gonna put it above.
Put it like next to
Golem.
Dusk, like in Rock.
Alright, yeah, I think it's better than Lurantis. Maybe not. Grubbin might be a little low, but okay. So next, a Pokemon that I find adorable. And I think I like to get a Mario.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
he's cute.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
so cute. I'm so happy everyone's saying yes. S tier for baby boy.
I used the big one you got after you beat the totem.
Totem to get a Mario. Yeah.
Did you ever go back to fucking Professor Oak's cousin and get the big one? Because using it is hilarious.
He's so cute. He's just so big.
Alright, S tier. No
Best
arguments.
Pokemon in the game.
Best Pokemon.
What?
Bet.
Mimikyu.
Honestly,
Maybe
Gen
not
7
best,
was worth
but-
it just to get Mimikyu.
I
I'll be
argue
honest.
Mimikyu is the best.
Oh no, Gen 7 is a crime against the series, but
In this generation, Mimikyu is the best. Like
Yeah.
I respect people's wrong opinions, but Mimikyu, like, it's everything that you don't like about Pikachu.
Doesn't sound like unbiased reporting.
Yeah, I agree.
This is a tier listing, and it has nothing to do with journalism.
Better.
What?
Your lifestyle choice, okay? It's not just a job.
What? But I love Mimikyu, Kyle.
Thank you. Okay, that's all I want. It's the pause of what the fuck.
But it's just I love him. I have a plushie of him.
You have a plushie Pikachu that you destroyed.
I had one as a kid that I don't have anymore.
Kyle, it sounds like you don't like Mimikyu.
I just
Like, he
don't
can be
like
an
this
S tier.
generation.
I also don't like this generation, but like I'm rating this relative to the generation and not
I still
relative
think
to anything
Mimikyu,
else.
like in all Pokemon, Mimikyu would still go really high.
Like Mimikyu would maybe be B tier in any other generation to me.
You're insane.
Like,
I think I'm agreeing with Colin. I think
your
are
hatred
insane
of
for
this
that
gen is like like I don't like Gen 7. Let me get that up front. I don't like Gen 7. But
I think honestly, nothing except maybe some of the alt forms make it above B tier.
There are
And,
definitely some
like,
Pokemon in here that I think, like,
maybe
if you
Alolan
were
Raichu.
rating,
there are a handful. There's Mimikyu and Alolan Raichu. Pidgeywhy definitely. I like
The
Mudsdale.
Mimikyu is just genuinely terrifying if it was to be real, and like,
it's
Yeah.
great though.
that's why I don't want it.
You don't have to have one. I have one.
What, you wouldn't want to own a Lovecraftian horror draped in a Pikachu blanket?
It's so
I would
great.
love that.
Like I
No.
love it.
No, I wouldn't. I don't want it wearing decaying Pikachu skin.
Oh, it's not decaying Pikachu skin.
Could be.
No, it legitimately, like, dex entries and everything, it's sewn together. Mimikyu sews that together.
It could be sewn out of Pikachu
No,
skin.
it's fabric. No,
it
this
doesn't
is
say the material.
no,
I
Kyle.
read
This
it.
is
I
legitimately
read
like
the entries. It doesn't say the material.
it's made out of fabrics.
You don't know that?
I do.
You know, it doesn't say it. I read all the entries.
Does it really never say what it uses?
You could have
for?
made it out of Ampharos. For all you know.
Oh dear God. Yeah, actually, what did they make fabric out of in the Pokemon universe?
That's
Yep.
actually true. Is it also Pokemon?
the Tauros,
I assumed it
obviously.
was mostly Marip cotton. It got shaved off.
Don't you say that again.
You know shaving sheep is healthy for them, right?
And milking cows.
Don't hurt the Mareeps.
It doesn't
No,
hurt. They like
so
it.
like
It's
you actually
healthy.
do have to shear sheep though.
You know how hot it would be under those things?
Those
Come
poor
on, man.
things would die very fast if you didn't.
Yeah, but don't go anywhere near the Mareeps.
I'm pretty sure,
It's-
like in real life, you would have to do the
But-
same thing.
Yeah, you would.
But yeah. Anyways, Mimikyu's S tier, and this thing is D tier.
What is it?
Bruxish.
Can't see it.
It's like a fish with a big mouth.
Oh God. Okay. You have some like way delay on the stream today.
It
Yeah.
should be like 15 seconds normally.
D tier.
Yeah, D tier Bruxish, D tier Drampa for not being an evolution of Dunsparce.
So I don't like that it's not an evolution of Dunsparce, but I think it's better than D tier.
I disagree because its design only makes sense if it was evolved from something ugly.
It was born that way, Colin.
Yeah.
Bad.
Also, Dunsparce isn't ugly.
I think Dunsparce is handsome.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
He does
Good
his
little guy.
best. And Drampa is just a dragging grandpa.
Yeah. But we could put him in like B.
Yeah, I don't want him like on the top half of the list or anything,
Yeah.
but like he is a normal dragon. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm putting him low B, but I kind of like Delwise.
Is that Falcor?
Is it what?
Oh, you just did Falcor, right?
I don't know if what's Valkyr.
The Neverending Story.
The only thing I know about that, there was a depressed horse. Was that movie?
Also, there was a depressed horse. Yes. Pretty sure.
War Horse?
I watched that when I was very little. Oh, yeah. Drampa! Oh, yeah, he does kind of... I thought you were talking about Delmise for whatever reasons.
No.
Yeah, no, Drampa looks like that.
Drampa is trash.
No, he legitimately does look like that dragon from that movie, though. I associate the movie with Brecken and the depressed horse, because Brecken hysterically laughs at the depressed horse when it's drowning and dying.
Depressed.
Yeah, of course she does.
I love it.
That's fantastic.
Wait, not B tier. Come on. C tier.
We were just talking about it out loud.
Yeah, we got it in B tier.
Yeah.
Ah, God.
Yeah.
Well,
We've
then
made
Anchor
peace
Boy
with that.
goes in B tier too.
Okay.
He's part of the ship, part of the crew.
Yeah, I'm fine. I think he's better than Drampa, though. Yeah,
definitely.
I think I'm gonna actually put him...
He's above the Oricorios, too.
Yeah. I think he... I honestly put him above Wishy-Washy.
I'm good with that.
Um...
Every time I see him, though, I think of that fucking Pirates of the Caribbean. Part of the ship, part of the crew. Part of the ship, part of the crew.
He would fit in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Alright, now on to the worst pseudo-legendary they have ever designed.
I like Homo.
He's a good little thing. Nobody's supposed to be, but he's pretty good at it.
Scaled dragon.
He dies so quickly.
So
anything.
Like Homo's defense stat actually isn't bad though. Like, he's 4 times weak to fairy, right? So, like,
and he has the worst pseudo-legendary typing, including HydroxideAnt.
I'd argue it's, like, pretty much the same. Dark versus fighting, I guess, is what you're comparing, and I guess Dark...
the fighting gives him a
prefer...
neutrality to Psychic, which can do heavy damage because he has a bad special defense.
Yeah, I more prefer physically attacking dark types than I do special dark types. But Hydreigon, I think Hydreigon's a better designed Pokemon, for sure. It's more competitively viable. But I would have to, like, really look at all of the pseudo-legendaries to see if this is the worst pseudo-legendary. Because it's not one of the best. But I wouldn't necessarily look at it and say it's the worst. Because I think it's a cool Pokemon. Like, I think it looks cool.
It looks cool. It seems pretty okay. Like, I don't have any problems with it design-wise. It might be bad competitively, right? But
I don't think so. Like, it's not great, but it can still do some decent work. I don't know. I think I also think a lot more Pokemon are viable than maybe they always are.
Yeah.
Just because I like to see...
I know, man, but he's only got one set. It's the Z power-up move followed by Clanging Scales.
I could swear that most sets I see are actually, like, defensive sets right now. Like, if I go to Smoggin, I feel like it's gonna show a defensive set. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, the one set that I'm seeing for right now in OU is a defensive set where it runs Body Press, Earthquake / Flamethrower, Stealth Rock, then Toxic Taunt and Dragon Tail. Because it's like defense stats really good. It has 125 defense. 105 special defense. Its HP's not great, it's 75, but, like, it's a good mixed attack. Like, it has, like, the pseudo, like, stat totals. Like, obviously, it does have the 4 times weakness of fairy, right? So, like, it's not amazing. But, like, I don't think it's horrible. Like, and I think it's pretty well designed, too. Like, I think this is another case where the baby and the final are well designed, and the middle kind of loses me.
Like
I thought
said,
the middle was pretty good.
like I said, I don't like it. Do what you guys will with it. I would not take that over. I would take Gudra over this thing.
You
and
take
I hate
what?
Gudra.
Gudra over it?
Yeah.
Hey.
Well,
Guys, well, I think I'm gonna have to bail for a little while. My S plus is Vulpix.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
I will. I'm gonna head out for like maybe an hour or so.
okay.
I may come back later. I'll see you.
Sounds good. I'm just gonna slot them in then. Now we have the Tapus. I like all the Tapus. Tapu Bulu.
User left your channel.
The worst in my opinion, unfortunately.
Definitely.
But I can see them all in S tier. Maybe Tapu Bulu in A tier. Tapu Fini,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know.
No, I like Tapu Fini. Watery terrain has its uses.
Yeah, I think that
Watery terrain. What's one that sets up?
it only gets Misty Terrain, I believe.
Misty, that's right.
So I think that Tapu Lele is disgusting, by the way, in doubles. It's not fair. Its Psychic Surge is basically Queenly Majesty, right? At no priority. I'm gonna put Tapu Bulu top of A tier. So give it some respect. I don't really have a big attachment to Cosmog, or the middle one. I don't even know what the middle one's called.
You didn't play Sun then, I'm sorry, you didn't play Moon, because Nebby get in the bag. That's all you should need for S tier.
I'll put it in S tier, I don't mind. I did play, I played Ultra Moon, and then I think I played Moon.
I love Cosmog. I think it's adorable, and I like that it was always. I like that they gave it a personality.
That's fair. What about the middle?
I don't care about Cosmo M. I don't know why they bothered, to be honest, except for story purposes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it at bottom of B, and then I think Lunala. Lunala is so good. Like,
Lunala,
to me, I think
Moon,
Lunala is
nice.
better than Solgaleo, but I think they're both S tier. You know what? I'm actually going to put Lunala above the Tapus and Solgaleo after the Tapus. I just like Lunala more. Mooning in Geist, what was it called? I don't remember. Oh, that's cool, Kyle.
What, sorry?
You said you're downloading Surgery for a casual run eventually, so that's cool.
Oh, yeah. It only has 25 seconds left. That is a very fast download.
I was gonna say it's not a very big file. Lego's cool. Rock Poison.
Again, it's like I'm gonna have to put the designs on a shelf. The designs knocked them all down to like C and D tier because they are not Pokemon designs. But
no, they're
also
some of them are cool, but some of them aren't.
It and Pheromosa are the ones that suffer most by having Beast Boost because
I agree.
What the fuck is a lobster from SpongeBob?
Yeah, fucking Larry.
Oh,
yeah,
Buzzsaw?
the next one.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that one's really dumb. I agree with the Beast Boost thing. I think I like Nihilego. I think like it's usable. I don't hate it or anything. I think maybe it's B tier. There's only a few of the Ultra Beasts that I actually really like. I think there's like 3 of them that maybe I would be like, oh, I think this one's cool. Yeah, so maybe Nihilego's B tier, because I don't...
I'm sorry. I just like, and also I also think it has the worst design out of all of them.
I
Like,
I do respect that. I don't like Buzzswole and Pheromosa very much.
I don't like. I look at that thing. Poison, maybe. Rock, God no.
Rock I don't understand.
Like rock is.
I almost would have thought like Poison Psychic or something by looking at
I
it.
laugh when I see one of those because it dies to anything with ground on it.
Yeah, it very. I'm
And to
putting
be
it
honest,
below.
not even ground,
Dynamite.
but people always. I feel like people do forget that water and steel also take a big chunk, and steel resists the poison that it's going to get thrown at it.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just think type-wise, ability-wise, design-wise, that if there's an Ultra Beast that deserves D tier, it's Nihilego.
All right, I'll drop it to C because I like it in B and you like it in D, so I think C is fair. I don't really care for Buzzswole or Pheromosa very much.
I don't care for either of them. I have a healthy respect for both of them because I have I got spanked by them a lot before I understood what they were capable of.
I don't think they're bad. I just don't really like them that much.
I don't love them. I think they are C tier.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I put them.
Again, like Beast Boost Speed is one of the worst ones.
Hmm.
Especially on a Pokemon that's already outrageously fast.
I think Xurkitree is kind of interesting.
I like Xurkitree. I have a soft spot, especially before Baton Pass was canceled. I used to Quiver Dance onto him and just sweep.
He's just a Christmas tree. Like,
I
but I like it.
the idea that he's like him. I could almost buy as a Pokemon. Like
He's close.
literally, if they gave him a face on that white thing, I could shrug off the bad design and say Pokemon. Like I would be okay with him in A.
I'll put him in A. I don't care. I think I actually am gonna put him. I'll put him above Savali and Type Null probably. Yeah. Like I don't think he breaches the top half of A. But so I like Celesteela a lot. Only because I think it's arguably, is it the best like competitively wise of all the beasts, the Ultra Beasts? Maybe.
Yeah, Celestial and Xurkitree are the ones you generally see.
Kartana has its own uses.
Kartana does, but again, it's very much crippled by fire.
Yeah. Oh, fire! It's dead.
Like,
I think I like Celesteela in A. I might be a little bit higher in A. It's really, really good. Like, I think I'm gonna put it next to Low and Marowak. Kartana is a good offensive Pokemon, but that's it. Which I guess that's for some Pokemon like
Cart can go in B or A, wherever you want to put it. Personally, that's as much as I like it.
Because sometimes like a Pokemon, it doesn't have to do everything, right? So I think it's a fair A. I think I'm gonna put it above Serena, below Serena. Actually, no, put it with Xurkitree. They could be friends. So this is the most disappointing, I think, of the Ultra Beasts. At least in my opinion. Is it Guzzlord?
I'd argue worse Hydreigon, but I've seen people argue better Hydreigon.
It's not better Hydreigon in my opinion. Obviously, if someone gave like a very good argument for it, but I
haven't seen one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if I've ever heard anyone say better Hydreigon.
I'd say behind Pheromosa, honestly. I do not like this thing.
I'm actually gonna put it below Nihilego, because it's my personal worst.
Yeah.
So these two are interchangeable. So I'm gonna slide Porypole and Meganadel, because those are beasts, and so are these two. So I'm gonna... Alright, so I'm gonna get Blacephalon out of the way. I don't like Blacephalon. It disturbs me greatly.
You mean Pennywise?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Throw that thing in D, because it
is
genuinely discomforting.
I'm gonna put it, like, really low. You know what? I'm gonna give it some respect, put it at the top of D. But, like, because it's actually can be good, but, like, I don't like it. Porypole. Porypole is a cute little Pokemon. The only of the Ultra Beasts to evolve. And Porypole also... Didn't Porypole have, like, a big role in the anime, too?
I don't know about that. I like Poipole and I love Nagandel.
I think I'd honestly be okay with them both in S tier.
Yeah, it works for me.
I think Poiple, I'm going to put with the cute things in S tier, and then Naganadel is actually just really good.
Yeah.
It
Like,
is.
again, I would give them I would give them Pokemon status, all right? Because there's a cute
No.
one and a
Yeah.
cool looking one, and they're just within the bounds of, all right. There's something organic. I don't know what, but it's like I can live with it.
They were like, if you had told me that they're just Pokemon, I'd be like, okay, yeah, no, Poison Dragon, like it makes sense. It looks like a Poison Dragon. It almost looks like really, really cool Beedrill. If you like boil it down very simply.
I've heard the argument that all the Ultra Beasts are just Pokemon that got sucked in. That like Guzzlord is a Snorlax and fucking what is it? Circuitry is actually fuck. What's the
What would Circuitry be?
not Circuitry. That what is it? Blacephalon is a Chandelure that got pulled into the Ultra thing and got warped.
Oh, Chandelure didn't deserve
That Buzzwole is a Scizor and so on and so on.
No, most of those Pokemon didn't deserve those fates.
Yeah.
So the next one, Stakataka. I actually really like Stakataka.
I don't like the eyes.
So the eyes, yeah,
that's
fair. I think I don't want to put it in the low Ultra Beast category of like the C or D's. Like I'd like it in B probably. Like I don't think it's quite as good as Celsius, Zergatry, and Kartana, but like I think it's better than Buzzwole, Faramelsa, Nihilego, and Guzzlord. So I think B might be fair for it. Would you be horribly offended if it goes in B?
No, not really.
Okay. I'm gonna put it next to Grubbin because I like Grubbin more.
Can I ask the difference between the battle style of Shift and Set?
Set is the one I use, where it's
I want Shift. I want the one that I'm using.
Yeah, you want Shift because Shift is easier.
Also, the way it started. Right, that's the way the normal games go.
It's easier, the two options. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Set was in every game.
That's how it just works.
Shift is by default, if that's what you're asking.
But yeah. When you get a dead Pokemon, you get the free move in, right?
Yes. Well, not just dead Pokemon. After every Pokemon faints, you get a free switch.
Yeah.
I thought you meant your Pokemon fainting for some reason.
My Pokemon faint. Come on, Tony.
Let's be realistic here. Come on.
Alright, so Necrozma, kind of cool.
Base Necrozma, most useless Pokemon they've ever made.
It's not great. I think it's kind of cool looking, at the very least. I don't think it's super great or anything. Maybe like A, just because it is a legendary. But like, I'm gonna put it below type Null. So like, then Duskform, or what are they called again? I don't remember what they're actually.
No, you're right. It's was it Duskmane, Solgaleo, and Duskwings Necrozma.
Okay, I think those are both S tier. I think they're cool.
Yeah, it's an interesting. They continue the fusion thing, and they're all right.
They did the same thing because Gen 5 was the last one to do that, right?
Yep. I think it's a decent idea. Don't know if it needed its own game though. Could have just fit it into Sun and Moon.
Probably.
Not salty at all about that.
Ultra Necrozma is really cool to me.
That thing, legit. I was 10 levels above it. It almost wiped my team when I went up against it.
Do you want to know something that made Brecken really mad?
What?
I one-shot it.
You're kidding. What'd you use?
Primarina.
Wow. See, I sent my Clefable up against that thing,
and
it one-shotted it with the light that burns the sky.
My Primarina one-shot with Sparkler and Aura, and it was a crit.
Nice.
So, Brecken was very offended. Because she was hyping me up like this Pokemon, it's disgusting. Like, it's like one of the strongest Pokemon you ever face. And I'll be like, I one-shot it. What? Shows her my DS.
I would have thrown yours too, because that thing, I had trained my team. Not that it was that hard, because of the XP share. But like, and then like one by one, they all fell until finally my Sand Slash finally got it with a. It survived because it used I want Photon Geyser. Is that it? The psychic type move, like it left it with like a handful, and I was able to get the ice type crit.
Nice.
But that thing, yeah,
It's disgusting.
Well, it's disgusting because especially, like, it's bad enough by itself, and then to get the beast boost, stat boosts on it, like, is just, ugh.
It's,
Alright.
It's next level disgusting. What do you think about Magirna?
Magirna I like because, in my mind, that's what a Steel Fairy type should look like, not Boo Boo Keys. No offense.
See, I like Boo Boo Keys because it's kind of silly.
I know, but like...
Magirna is like the coolest way it could look, I think. I'd be okay with Magirna in S tier, for sure. I think it's rad, to be honest.
I'm totally good with that.
I honestly, I love Marshadow, too.
Yeah, I love Marshadow, too. Every time, I get it very rarely in Showdown, but when I do, I let the person set up.
And then you take it.
And then you just swoop in, and it's just hilarious.
Again, just S tier.
Wait, is Meltan and the other one? I thought they were
technically
Gen 8. Gen
7. They're in like that weird land of like they were added into the game prior to Gen 8 existing.
But just barely.
But barely. So Zeraora, though, I think is easy S tier as well. I absolutely love Zeraora.
It's alright. I don't love it, but it's useful.
My love for it puts it in S tier. I also drafted it in my draft league, because it, because you didn't play a lot of Gen 8, right?
I played Showdown, but I haven't played Gen 8, like, itself, you know what I mean?
So, are you familiar with Dragapult, at the very least, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This Zeraora actually outspeeds Dragapult when it's the only good Pokemon that outspeeds Dragapult. The only other Pokemon that outspeed it are Ninjask and Selgor in the generation. So Zeraora is really the only usable Pokemon that naturally outspeeds it. And Dragapult is a problem. If you're not ready for Dragapult, it will destroy everything you've ever loved and held dear.
Fair enough.
What do you think about Melmetal and Meltan, though?
Don't like for several reasons, the biggest of which might not count. But I don't like that they were the first Go crossover. I never wanted Go to crossover with the main line, and I was shouted down by about everybody, it looks like.
I think they could have done a Go crossover better.
And to be fair, I don't like the design either. I don't think it's
so the baby, I think it's kind of cute.
I find it unsettling. I find it really
though.
Something about it reminds me of Bendy from Bendy and the Ink Machine. I don't know why. I think it's because it's like a small cute thing, but its eye follows you no matter where you look at it from. I don't like it. Alright, if you like it, that's fine, but personally, not a fan.
Right. I'm gonna put it in A tier. And we're gonna put it with like the Necrozma. The only thing I'll say about Melmetal is that it is very strong.
It is. I don't like that design either, but it is definitely strong.
I actually 100% agree with you. I don't really like the design that much. But it is very strong, and they gave it a move. What is it? Steel Bash? Steel Double Bash or something?
Whatever. Thing that hits like a truck.
It's disgusting. So I'm going to put it bottom of S tier. Just because it's too disgusting. It's not really fair. But that is all of the Pokemon ranked. And Kyle, you are in here.
I am in here.
So if you have an S+, you are welcome.
Super torn between the Marowak and
Marowak and what?
Sandslash.
Both are good choices in my opinion.
Yeah.
I generally think I don't know. I think Marowak might be a little cooler like design wise, but I like Alolan Sandslash a lot though.
What's the Marowak's typing?
Fire Ghost.
Yeah, okay, the Marowak.
Okay. Yeah, I think Marowak, like, honestly, like, if I was to do this tier listing again, I might have fought for S tier a little harder. Because it's not the greatest competitively, but, like,
But it's cool.
Its design is, like, the more I look at it, the more I think it's one of the coolest designs they've had. And, like, I understand, obviously, design a lot of times is subjective. Sometimes it's not, like Brexus exists, and we just put that in D tier and we bury that thing forever. But I don't know. I think it's cool looking. But that is all of our Pokemon, and I don't think we have to do another tier list, because I think we're like 2.5 hours in. So, yeah, we are 2.5 exactly. So I think we're pretty solid here.
Good length.
Yeah, I think it's pretty solid.
I'll be honest, I'm probably going to sit Gen 8s out because I haven't played it except on Showdown, and I don't think I feel qualified, and also because I would 90% D easy, like just mountain of D.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so there...
But again, I'm not
I played Gen 8, and there are a lot of Pokemon I might favor towards D tier. There are just some of them that aren't great. I have a few favorites, like you people bound to in certain generations, but nothing that, like, screams, like, I'm gonna fight for my life over this generation. Out of 8 generations, it might be, like, my 8th favorite.
Nice.
And it's, like... Dynamax, I just don't really care for Dynamaxing that much. Like,
Dynamax is fucking stupid.
I would have really liked... I liked Z-moves more than I like Dynamaxing. Because, like, at least Z-moves, like, gave random Pokemon, like, a really strong stab move that they could use once a game. I wish Megas were done better, and, like, they gave it to better Pokemon. Because, like, if they kept doing Megas, like, we probably would have had Megas and some really cool Pokemon by now. Like,
How do I unspeed up? What the
you have to hit M again.
I didn't. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah,
it didn't work the first time. I talked to the fucking Mew and it wouldn't let me do it.
I think it's a cycle. Like, there's like 3 or 4 times.
That makes sense. Okay.
But yeah, guys, thank you for joining me for this tier list. Thank you everyone for watching. We are gonna stop the recording. The stream will be up for a few more minutes. So, see you, everyone. Pickle Weasels in chat and Pickle Weasels in real life. Goodbye, everyone.
Adios.